Not
No.
pass go. Do not collect 200.
Send it only to Stabby, I guess. No, it doesn't go in that one. Every time, like, I go to, like, send something from my iPad to, like, a, server, it's always wants to send it to Wombat's server for some reason immediately. And I'm just here like, no, stop doing that.
Oh, oop,
What?
oop.
That was perfect.
What?
I
I,
unmuted and all I hear was boop.
More noises.
Whoopa,
Ah.
whoopa, 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 whoopa,
Papa?
whoopa.
There we
Oh.
go.
And redeemed whooper noises. And in the whoopa. I have 5 unhandled threats on my PC. Nah, these 5 are very much handled. Thank you, antivirus security.
Why is your PC threatening you?
No, you're threatening my PC apparently.
Oh,
There's 5 of you.
I've hunted your PC.
Oh, you're
Not
not gonna be
again.
happy about that.
Erin, no, get out of there.
Don't look at your browser history.
Hold on. Oh my god, you looked at no. Newts for newts.ca/gov. What the fuck?
/gov. What do they do in our government here?
There,
you tell
Aaron,
us
is
there-
that better?
Oh, that's adorable, Aries.
Hmm?
That's adorable. Aries' new reactor is so cute.
So cute.
Is
Dorbs.
Ghost Boy streaming?
No,
Nah.
my internet's kind of crap right now.
Oh,
Winter storms just be like, brr.
Yeah.
dude. Oh, God, you know what? While we're waiting for Wombat, do you know what happened yesterday?
What?
Several things.
Fucking
What do you mean waiting for
I'm
me? I'm here.
Oh shit.
You were muted.
Get told, idiot.
Been
Story
here
for
the
later
whole
then.
time.
TLDR, it rained, and then I told Jesus it was raining like really hard. 20 minutes later, it cleared up.
Damn, nice.
What
I mean,
a
sorry,
pal.
hold on. Yeah. Thank the Lord. There we go, I got it right.
How did you come to have a Mexican friend named Jesus?
No, it was literally Jesus. Orange Jesus, to be specific.
Yeah, Orange Jesus, he was on the show yesterday.
Oh, the weather gods?
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Over.
Registered
No.
nurse
Okay, whatever.
Jesus.
Good roll on the weather.
The
calendar?
Jesus VTuber.
The Jesus V2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, he was
orange
on-
Jesus.
Yeah, he was on the show yesterday.
Oh.
So, and I just thought it was funny that it was storming really hard, and I told him 20 minutes later it cleared up.
Did they bless your rolls?
I hope so. I hope so.
I got my lucky dragon.
There's got to be a clear weather spell, right?
Yeah, there is. It's called
There is.
control weather.
Yeah, it's called control. Weather.
I kind of figured there had to be one. It's so like
It's a druid
Such a
spell
simple
though, and
thing.
our druid is gone.
No, it's also cleric. Nature clerics get it.
honestly
think.
next campaign I really want to do druid. Sounds fun.
Druid is
Druid's
fun.
I'll
It's
kill
fun.
I'll kill your character right now.
Restart.
Rebrand.
No,
New
and
druid.
suddenly
Always
whatever
fun.
Eldritch power was keeping you together
Aw,
finally let
thank
go.
you
I
for
just
the
fall to
sub,
pieces.
pal. Thank you.
All right. So.
Damn.
What are we
That
doing?
mean I can't. That means I can't throw stuff at Aaron. Damn.
It's okay. I'll give Aaron head pats that are actual head pats in your stead.
I believe our decision was to go to the
The land.
to the land of which I found the deed and map to near the
That is
lake.
correct.
Do you want me to do recap? I always feel bad about doing recap because I normally do them, but
I like the players to do it because it shows you guys are actually interested in the shit. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
just do
out
it,
of
I'm
all
just-
the other players.
Yeah,
I'm not being
anybody
like, hey,
wants to do it.
Wombat, do
you're-
recap. No,
I feel like I
Dude, take
always
good
forget
notes, do it.
something.
I'm not even taking notes. Okay, so what had happened was...
So what
Uh,
happened was.
So what had happened was, it was right after some questionable maiming had happened and whatnot. So we were all in the house with the dead guy, who was the dead father of the one kid, Stella, who's was a cat, is no longer a cat. Do not introduce her to the series remake of Cats. Bad trauma hours. So while the cleric was being responsible and setting up to go take the dad to go have a funeral set up at the church, everybody else is like, fuck it, I'm gonna go loot. So we have the first thing that happened was Arden is like, I'm gonna go explore shit because I saw books and shit over here. And Threem's like, cool, I'm gonna go too. And then Nimble was like, okay, but there's like stuff in here. And then found between the two of them, of Arden and Nimble, found a chest, and it's like, okay, cool. Can't get this chest because it's was stuck. What was it stuck with? This spider silk webbing.
Spider web.
You know, was not trapped at all. So then tried to unlock it. Turns out the lock was armed and it went pew. There was a dart in the wall. And it's like, okay, well, let's go see if we can go open this chest another way because that chest is just full of ouchies. Then everybody essentially go, sorry, high fluff. Everybody go explore. Go find cats with keys in library. Nimble, in all of her frustration being unable to open this chest, decides yeet, goes all the way down the stairs, here crashing. I'm not a void sheep, fuck you. And is like, okay, what the fuck was that? Okay, cool. Find some stuff, find money, find some things, find a alcove with some stuff in it. Arden got some books. A lot of the books were useless, but he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna take these books anyway. Because fuck this house. And then everybody left after we finally managed to open the chest in the kitchen because it got yeeted down the stairs. Turns out there was a whole ass skeleton in it with a veil. That's not weird at all. Why was that hiding in a closet? Literal skeletons in the closet. That's great. So now, because it's like, oh, this is the veil of this one group of Vistani who's apparently chill. So Nimble was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna get head. So we now have a head.
Yeah.
We got a head. We're carrying it around for reasons unbeknownst to me because my character's not here. My character, no idea shit happened. And then, for some benign reason, everybody decides, you know what? Let's go raid the pantry. So, Arden gets soup. Nimble has a literal bean bag
It's good
of
soup.
beans.
Could've been good,
It was
gone
good.
to
It
waste.
was good
It's a
soup.
sock.
It was a sock.
It's not a sock.
Bean sock.
It's actually
bean sleeve.
It's a sleeve.
The bean sleeve.
It's a
Bean
sleeve.
sleeve.
You
Has
essentially
bean
made a
sleeve.
sock.
I
Yeah.
did.
Made
Has
a
a
sock.
bean sleeve for some reason. There was a discussion part 1 of the difference in lifestyle choices regarding food between one Nimble and one Arden, which is very funny. And then everybody left. Smash cut back to the church where Zed is, because Zed's got to take this now parentless child noble to go help bury her father however she wants. She's not familiar with the Morning Lord's ways at all. She just knows one goddess, and that's Her Highness, good old Raven Queen, or as we call it in my group, Goth Big Bird. Anyway, so there's a discussion. Apparently, Arden was very frustrated by the shenanigans of literally everybody except Zed, who was physically not present, and is like, "I'm gonna give you soup," and it's like, "What the heck is soup?" Well, she knew what soup was. But it's like, okay, why is this worm? I don't know what worm is. Is this what worm is? And
I
then
don't like
Arden, and then Arden got a reality check of food in the Shadowfell's fucked up. It's like, no, this is water. No, this is what. No, this is water. No, you're not take my water skin. No, you need your water skin. That went back and forth for a few minutes, and then we decided afterwards what we were going to do with the day is go do the festival thing was happening. It's like, okay, well, let's go entertain our thoughts with that. for a bit because it was literally happening as we all left. We're like, okay, let's go see the giant twine stick ball gonna get lit on fire. Except it's not because it's like weather's like fuck you, it's raining. So, when that didn't work, because Burgermaster tried to light it on fire, one of the guards laughed. He's like, "You're getting fucking arrested," and Zed's like, "No, the fuck you're not." And then pulled wisdom bullshit on him because she's like, "Dude, you don't know what the fuck happiness is. Calm the fuck down. Here, come on. Just try again. Just try again." With dark, mysterious bullshit powers. Because it was either that or she was gonna kill him right there. And then the ball lit on fire, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And then Zed went back to the party, and it's like, "Yeah, if that didn't work, I was gonna cause a revolution." And it's like, "Yeah, I was gonna do that too." Anyway, let's go. Someone went shopping, and
Everyone
then
shopping.
went shopping, and then trauma hours hit. Except it was now time for Oka and Nimble trauma hours. So Oka was looking, and she thinks she sees this big dragonborn dude. She's like, "Oh my god, this is a dragonborn dude," and goes, yeet, yeets herself into the crowd, down an alleyway, finds herself a little scrap of cloth, a very familiar scrap of cloth. And Oka cannot find the friendo of dragonborn make, goes back, is very sad, wants to look, and Nimble's like, "All right, cool. How hard can it be to find another giant dragonborn dude?" Turns out very hard, very difficult. They went down one part of the city, did not find, and on the way there, it was Nimble trauma hours, because Nimble heard stuff, and then smelt perfume, and then had somebody bump into her, and then she found a little gold horn cap, and Nimble was like, no, I'm just getting, no, how about we don't deal with my trauma right now, we're just gonna focus on
Edge.
Oka's trauma. Yep. So explored some more, searched, couldn't find, went on the way back. Everybody is shooketh.
Then we got Hans.
And then we got Hans because it's like, okay, we're gonna go outside the town, but we don't want to walk. So then we had a very long discussion about the economics of carts and horses. And then it's like, okay, cool. Let's go see what these places are before we go do the actual plot, probably, question mark.
Yeah.
And we got most of the way there. And then we had to walk. And then there was a conversation with philosophical questions. Arden was writing in his journal because he was annoyed. Nimble was being a Nimble. Very
and Girdle.
Hansel and Girdle. Yes, the horse's name's very important. And then we got there, and it's kind of dark. And that's what you missed on Glee.
It's about 6 p.m.
Is that sundown or no?
Remember that it is always foggy, always cloudy. There are brief moments of sun come through and it's blinding. But other than that,
So
it is
it's pretty
always-
dork.
Always fog.
Oh, wow,
always
you're more
dark.
generous than my other DM. It's just like, yeah, it's always cloudy, always raining, unless it's not raining. That's what you get.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the setting.
That's fair.
Okay, well then. You guys were doing some final walking stuff, so are we ready to just arrive, or would we like to have more on-travel camaraderie and bullshit time?
I vote arrive.
As I can just...
Arrive.
Hey, we're
Howdy
here.
day!
Oh, we're
Howdy
all
day.
ready
Arriving.
to arrive? Are we all gonna arrive at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Group arrival.
I can't believe you've come. Yes, I have. Come.
Beach episode.
We already did that.
No, do it again. I'm here. I didn't get no beach episode.
Well,
Anyway.
on the path as you guys leave Hansel and Girdle, is anybody staying with Hansel and Girdle? I mean, you guys don't have any other NPCs. You're just leaving them on the fucking road. You pulling
I
them
am
off to the
But an
side.
NPC.
Just pull them off to the side. I'm
I
to a
would
tree.
put them off to the side, give them ample, maybe next to a rock so they've, you're not immediately seen by
Who
passers
took out
by.
the money for it? 'Cause
That was literally anybody but me. Because I have no money.
for the
I was
Hans.
Arden with the.
Oh yeah, I was Arden with the
Strahd
100,
coin.
the Strahd
Yeah.
coin.
you
Yeah, we
took
found
those
the-
out, yes. Okay,
We found
Yes, I
we
did.
found the gacha coin.
I got you. Yes.
The
All right.
premium gotcha currency.
Okay, well then. Alright, so as you guys are going, actually, you're basically like in the same vicinity and you're passing the spire that you guys once went to, and you kind of just, one thing I'll say is, Arden, like in your pocket, you just kind of like reach in and like feel the ring, still not knowing fully its secrets, but it just reminds you about it as you're
Yep.
walking through the woods. But anyway, you guys can continue moving. More and more just bramble, brush, trees, and eventually, who's in front?
Probably Zed. I'm gonna be real.
All right. And you reach, and even with, like the oppressive darkness and clouds and everything, right? From where you just were, one branch aside full of like pines, boom, like light, like even though it's only like 10% light, right? But you're like, wow, it's a clearing. Uh as you step out into the clearing, letting your eyes now adjust, hundreds of skeletal warriors in formation, war formation, banners held in their formations. They are all stock still, unmoving, but there is probably a 200-foot clearing filled with hundreds of just warriors waiting for a command.
I'm gonna just make sure my holy symbol is firmly tied to my wrist. They're not moving though. Are they like standing motionless like terracotta soldier army style, or are they like that weird
I'll give you
idol?
terracotta. I'll give you terracotta because
Okay.
from your experience, just to clear it up, from your experience with the Lady Watcher, you had one of them with you, literally. They followed orders, and otherwise, they are like in stasis.
Ah.
Ah, good, awesome, fantastic, guys. Why do we keep running into more skeletons? At this
Aw.
rate, it's just gonna keep going exponentially up by tens.
And I'm going to say now, everybody else, whoever's second in line, third, fourth, can also break through. And let's get a perception, I guess. That way I can maybe give you a rough estimate of about how many. Hundreds was
By
a very generalized.
by whom's just everybody.
One, whoever wants.
Roll. Yeah.
Rah.
Oh yeah, you
Good
can
roll,
you can
good
get
roll.
a very, very, very good count. So like obviously counting rows and stuff like that, there are at least 10 full rows, maybe like 2 platoons if you think about it military wise, split down the middle, 10 rows each. Like there's banner carriers and shit like that. They are all rusted armor, like they look adventurer-ish based
Yeah.
on the ghostly apparitions you had seen in um, the town of Barovia.
I apologize. There was a small thing I had to take care of. What did I miss?
We found the double platoon of skeletons of all the skeletons ever. We
Oh,
found
yeah.
we
Let me-
found the
let me-
spawn room.
Yeah, let me just
Oh,
reconfirm.
spotter.
So you basically just broke out into a clearing, and I'm giving you an estimate now based on that perception check. Basically like 2 platoons split down the middle of stock still, like terracotta, motionless skeletal warriors, and
like stood up,
all
like
different.
stood up
They're
full, like
stood. There are banner wielders, banners flying in the wind, but
ready to
they
go
are,
if they weren't skeletons.
if they weren't not moving at the moment. And like I explained to them, just to give them an idea of what I mean by not moving, you literally had control of one of Lady Watcher's skeleton minions. You know, unless ordered, they are basically in stasis. So that's what you can surmise, because you had experience with that. So that's why I'm giving you that information. So, anyway, numbers. I'm gonna say you're gonna see probably about rough count, maybe 200.
We can take that, right?
No,
We could barely take 11.
no.
But anyway, let me continue with the description. Warriors, right? But all different tribes, creeds. You can see druidish features, mage, warrior, barbarian, ranger, all different kinds with all different types of armor, some familiar, some extremely technological and bizarre, alien.
Zed's is gonna very slowly and carefully walk between the rows towards the building. Can we see the building? Is the building in
Is
sight
there-
or
The
no?
building
is
I
there
the
a
building
building?
I mentioned was the building that you were not present for, the lone spire.
Ah, okay.
You're not there is no building near here.
Yeah, okay.
I was mentioning that's what you passed to get here. That's like in this
Ah.
hex over here.
Oh, okay.
Where my
But it's
mouse
not
is.
where we're going.
Correct. You're in a field
Okay.
right now.
Excellent. Okay.
Is this clearing the spot that's X'd off on the match on the map, or is there?
Yes.
Huh. Huh.
How big is the clearing
This
again?
is
Sorry?
disconcerting.
I said 200 fetus.
Okay.
So feet. 200 feet
That's a lot of
Fetus.
fetus.
ish.
Should we go around?
I'll be honest. I don't know. I was not expecting this.
Zed's walking out and just in between it, just going through the middle of the field.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow Zed. She seems to know what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her.
That might be a really stupid decision.
Probably, but if you die, we can't save you from here.
I can teleport 2 more times today, bitch.
Too
Can
bad
you
we don't know
teleport?
that.
You did. Actually, 2 people have seen me teleport, so yes, 2 of you know.
Spooky.
I know nobody else cares, but Rainbow, First Descendant actually just had shit release yesterday. Anyway,
Is it optimized now?
Return to monkey?
no, it
I
didn't
just made the noise 'cause I
release.
wanted to.
It has,
Yeah.
it has like a tweet thing. Look at changes, etc. Anyway, continue.
Are they like facing a certain direction, or are they?
Yeah, standard platoon. Like they're not facing you. They are you see backs.
Oh, okay.
They're all facing in the same direction. Think of, army platoon. Everybody is in a row, either holding a weapon or something, sheath weapon. Banner
Mhm.
holders are holding banners, and the banners are at the front. You actually can't see what's on the banners.
Okay. I would like to walk to the front, however long that takes me, but I'm going slowly.
And would you like to take a closer look at any of them, or you're just walking to the front?
Yeah, like if with my stupid passive perception at 18, if I notice anything as I walk slowly, I'm also paying attention in case I don't know there's fucking traps in the ground or something.
Well, you definitely notice that being, skeletons, they don't need to breathe.
Yep.
And the fact that they're not moving means they're literally not moving. Their clothes may be moving in the wind or something like that,
Whoosh,
but
whoosh.
they are like, they're bricked up, if I am allowed to say that.
Yeah, I think that's TOS safe. So when I get, at least when it comes into view, what as I mosey on up very slowly to the front, what does the banners look like? Is there any other symbolism of note?
you see the very same silhouette anointing some of those precious coins you found.
Ugh. That's... Of course. That's just gonna keep moving forward. And then when she gets to the front, she wants to see if, I don't know, from that point of view, if they're facing anything in particular, or if there's any, like, I don't know, viewable landmarks from the front, or if there's anything interesting at the front, or if they just all happen to be looking in that direction.
They're just all stationed in that direction, from
Okay.
what you can tell. It's, yeah, they're just in a clearing, and it seems to just be they're being told to wait here, I guess. That was their last order.
Alright, Zed's gonna just kind of stand at the front and look at all of them and just wait for either everybody else to catch up or decide to go in a different direction. But she's not gonna say anything. She does have her helmet on though, so you can't see her face.
See the wiggle of her ears.
You cannot see the wiggle of her ears. There is no ear wiggling. The hood and the
Wiggle,
helmet
wiggle,
are on.
wiggle.
No ear, no wiggle for you.
Can I tap Arden's shoulder to get his attention? Because I'm pretty sure I'm walking like with him. Just ask him, what is up ahead?
I
Not in the clearing, but like on the map.
on the map. What is up ahead? Like if I look down at it. Well, like so this is the area that was marked off. Does there seem to be anything else around this area? What is beyond this?
On the map, no. Yeah, no.
Like, is there any like a town or something like that up ahead? Like, not.
No, nothing here. This is out of the way as it is.
Mm,
It's just a war site, waiting. But why?
mm. Catch up to
Are these
Zed.
two platoons like going at each other, or are they just
No.
stacked up ready to go?
Think terracotta soldiers. They have
Okay.
separations between them. That's what I mean by platoon. They're not all just one thing. There's like a line between them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I just wasn't sure if they were like a fight waiting to happen that never happened, or just they're waiting for orders.
Well, what you
Well-
can surmise is waiting for orders for sure.
It looks like they are simply waiting.
For Strahd?
I don't know. I wonder if we could. Get rid of them before they reach orders. If they put up a fight, if they do anything.
But what if the
But
orders is if they get messed with, that they do
well,
fight?
that's the fear. We don't exactly have the numbers to take this on if they decide to move.
Hmm.
How powerful do you think they could be?
We
I
only.
mean, the typical skeleton enemy, revived necromantic thing. I mean,
No
not
offense.
too hard. They're not too hard to kill, but put a couple dozen of them in a room, and well, it's not exactly easy for us to handle.
As we found out.
Give about 200 of them, give or take, right? Or how many was it? Two dozen? 200?
200.
200. 200.
2 hundies.
Yeah, give
2
about
Hondas.
About 200 of them, and seemingly different types that may or may not contain magic. I don't think we could take them. Not
The
this
real
many.
question is, do you think it's worth our time to deal with them at this moment?
Not really. We don't have the tools.
Don't know. Part of me screams that if we do nothing, they are going to come back at some point and we're going to regret not dealing with it. Another part of me says that, well, we've otherwise dispatched what might have been what is giving them orders, so maybe they will never get orders and will just stay here, never have to deal with it. But I don't know what's the better idea.
Can we get more information first and then come back?
If we find any, by all means.
What if they're going to the town too?
What direction are they facing? Like, if they were to just start marching forward, give or take, where would they end up?
Facing south right now.
Looking at the map and looking at the layout of the cities and towns and stuff, again, if they were to just start walking forward, where would they end up?
I mean, nowhere really at the moment. But, I mean, it would be like the west gates, but that's not, yeah.
Well,
They could realistically go anywhere. You don't.
Right,
They're just in a
yeah.
clearing. Like there's no path or something that's.
a lot of times, skeletons are simple. Sometimes they're just set up to go forward and that's it. Well, if they're simple and they're set up to just go forward, maybe the west gates, maybe if we're lucky.
There are the Surfalls as well, which is technically the Serpal encampment.
I mean, there's no telling really where they're meant to go.
What does
Closest
Zed
would be if
think?
you're lucky. Said, have you found anything?
Zed's just been standing and staring at like the army of dead people this whole time. She's upon being asked a question, she's just gonna start walking back the way they came, with a little bit more speed than before.
Zed?
She's not gonna answer. She acknowledged that you said something, but she's not in a chatting mood at the moment.
Well, I guess we're leaving it for now.
Guess it's good to know that it's here at least.
Mark it on the map.
Already is. Game marked, remember?
No.
How we found the place is that it's already marked on the map.
Maybe add a little footnote that says giant skeleton army.
Yeah, yeah. What he said.
Giant skeletons. Whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Are they fire giant, stone giant, like
Well, they're on a
moderately
hill, so
sized.
hill giants, obviously.
Oh.
No, I killed the last of the fire giants in Elden Ring.
Obviously, they're hill giants. They're
All
on a
right,
hill.
gamer.
All right,
I am
gamer.
Phone, shut up.
One of the skeletons starts vibrating.
Oh god!
You see one of the ones that looks more tech and alien starts vibrating, and a
There's a
radio
pager.
tower begins forming out of its back with a
Oh, no.
satellite dish. You don't know what that is.
5G!
It's a text from mom saying I miss you.
I miss you. I love you, and I miss you.
Okay, so go over there. Anyway.
Well, if we know it's here, mark it off for now. Figure out what to do with it later.
Perhaps we should ask around.
Has anything fallen off of any of the skeletons? Like,
Fallen off.
like you said that like the clothing moves, so like I was wondering if anything like is just on the ground.
Just roll a 20. Let's see what the dice say. I would say yes, but let's see. Let's see how
Okay.
severe.
Let's see what the dice loot
Yeah.
table says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you know what? I'll do it.
What?
D20.
Okay.
Let's see. Wow.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah, one of them, like at least a couple of them, all of their shit has just like fallen off with like time. So you're not sure of how long they've been there, but it seems like maybe they all did not get here at the same time as some of the ones in the like back ranks. Basically, like their clothes have like rotted off of them.
Is there any of the
Nude.
Strahd like symbols or like albums like on the ground at all
On the ground?
that have fallen off?
No.
Anything that was attached, like metal that was attached to clothes that would not have rotted away, would have rusted?
Yes, but you asked specifically about Strahd something. No.
Okay.
The only thing you see that bears the marking or resemblance of Strahd would be the banners at the moment.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna follow Arden.
Burn the
out.
banners. Send a statement. No.
Oh god. We're gonna keep moving?
I see no reason to stay.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Where are we moving to?
Where are we moving to? That was a
Continuing
good
down the
question.
path?
What path?
I don't know
We
what
going
path.
back? We going forward?
Going
You know
forward.
what? You know what? It's just for fun. Maybe we go to the lake. Lake's not that far away.
Lake?
Lake.
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 At least we
cool,
be
okay.
easy to see Dinger while camp at lake.
Let's camp at lake.
Camp at lake.
Alright.
I guess we camp at lake.
We're laking.
We're Lakers.
And then Nimble can go for
Lakers.
swim.
Damn, you
All about
stole
the
it.
It's all about the Mets,
Would you like
baby.
to-
Mets. Love the Mets. All about the Mets.
All about the Mets, baby.
Love
All about the Mets. All the Mets. It's not about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets.
I am not a redditor.
Wait, let's...
Also, is music playing or am I?
It do.
Oh,
I
haven't
don't
had
hear it.
I have it muted. I have the tab muted.
Oh,
I
that
only
would
hear
be
the
why.
animals in the fire.
Oh god, that's very loud. Okay, hold up.
Sounds like people.
I'm dumb, guys. That's probably said muted up there this whole time, and chat's looking at me like, "What the? When they gonna realize?"
What
When they gonna realize?
hell?
Yeah.
What the hell? Alright, we're at the lake. Woo!
Woo!
It is... It's about 8.
It is 8.
It's
Alright.
about 8. Alright. And
About
as
8
you
PM.
guys approach the laketh and kind of get closer and closer, you see
What?
this in
What?
front of you.
Mm.
But
Ooh,
Well,
who dat?
And at the foot of a mountain in the misty forest is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. A mist hangs over the still water. 3 boats sit on the shore. You notice a 4th boat out in the middle of the lake with a lone figure. They seem to be fishing.
hmm.
Easy. um, huh. I did not expect to find anyone out here.
Can I gaze upon the lake and see if can I glean any more information other than dude fishing on a lake?
There a lake.
Perfect.
There's a lake.
There's
Yeah.
a lake.
There's a
With a
lake.
dude
Let me see if I can find anything else other than there's a lake.
with a dude fishing on it.
There a dude.
What dude doing?
Sound travels
What's the
over
moon
water. He
doing?
can probably hear you.
What a dog doing?
It goes faster underwater. Scream. Nimble could totally go swim underwater and then spook him.
And
Nimble can
and
go
Tharim
underwater.
scream?
Wait, we can
Tharim
get
has-
Nimble of the Lake.
Nimble of the lake.
the
What is
lake.
your wisdom?
Fuck!
God
Man.
damn it.
Tharim
Yeah,
has
but
no
this-
mouth, yet he must scream.
He just starts vibrating like just you just hear.
Gonna
He gets a shadow monster to do it for him. It's like, all right, buddy, do what you do best.
approach the water, I guess we should.
There we go. Lake Zarvich. What the fuck even is this? Areas of Barovia. Okay, here we go. Okay, you do not see the lone figure. There are 4 boats.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
he's
Must be-
disappeared! Oh God!
Yeah,
It's an illusion the whole time.
shut up.
No, it's fine. Hey, it's fine. It's... Cool. All right. I see, in fact, that it was just a rock the whole time.
There's a boat up ahead.
Upon seeing that there is, in fact, no one on the lake, Zed is going to look for a remotely clear spot, and she's going to take her 40-foot rope. She's going to fold it in half. Let me double check a thing. That's the wrong one. Yeah, okay.
Not the bird.
She's gonna take her rope. She's gonna fold it in half again, and then she's gonna stick her hammer in the ground, and she's gonna draw a circle with the rope. Well, you know how people draw circles in the dirt.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, gonna do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Noted.
Yep.
Physically written down.
Physically
Curious
written down.
about this. Nipple's gonna go over and watch.
After the dirt circle is drawn, Zed's gonna go and just look for some like dead trees. Like some, she's gonna do some bushcraft nonsense.
You need some help?
She pauses for a moment, and then she looks at you, Nimble, and just goes, "No, I'm all right."
All right.
Just gonna go get some wood for fire. You know, make a, put some logs on the ground and make like at least some dry seating. I'm doing that for a bit.
I'm gonna investigate the fucking boats. If anybody wants to join.
Investigation. That sounded funnier in my head.
I shall join Nimble in looking at the boat.
Boat.
But
Boat.
About a boat. What are you investigating at said boat?
Just testing, like, how old they are and stuff. Like, rocking
One
them
has seen
stuff.
use very recently, as it is still wet and still smell like fish.
Are they on the shore, or are they in the water, or are they partially?
Shallow water tied to stick rope.
They are
Rope
tied up.
stick.
They are beached.
Okay.
Beached
Well, they're not
boats.
beach. They're kind of
Well,
watery.
yeah,
Watery beach.
they're vibing.
Uh,
Someone's been through recently. Can't imagine what you would catch in this water, though.
I mean, it's still a lake. Fish still exist. It's not.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get in a boat and go fishing. No, never mind. I don't have any fishing gear. It's just a boat. It's a boat with no fishing gear.
Well, the water doesn't
wanted-
look good.
Oh no, but the boat still smells of fish, so something lives here. The people still live, and if not barely.
I didn't say they didn't. I'm just saying I can't imagine what you would catch here. There's another boat out
Bottom feed.
ahead.
Bottom feeders most likely.
You wanna... What do you think about the boat out on the water?
The boat's not there on the water anymore.
Is it... Okay.
Never
No.
was.
I'm so
It was
confused!
just a rock.
Okay.
Wombat made a correction. It was just a rock the
I
whole
heard
time.
Wombat saying that the person didn't exist and the boat still existed.
yeah, I said
No,
there were
they're-
4 boats on the shore instead of 3.
Okay. Alright.
Rewind
I-
sound.
I think it's just a rock, Nimble.
Nibbles
There
points
is
the
no
layer at
rock
him.
that you could see on the fucking lake, okay? God damn it. Shut up.
I think it's a good area to camp. I think it's a good area to rest, at least for the time being. We should probably think about what to do next. I mean, I know there's a issue with some winery. We can go towards the abbey.
The
There's
wine...
still that godforsaken windmill that gives me shivers every time I think of it.
Just the closest thing to you right now, actually.
Do we...
That is the closest thing to us right now.
Don't remind me, Tarim.
I guess
No,
we
you're
should...
you're closer to a platoon of skeleton warriors at the moment.
Maybe we should go give it another visit.
Skeletons are out of sight, out of mind.
I'd really prefer not to, but if we must, I will not argue.
I mean, Therum has memories now, so... Could go a lot smoother.
Was there an issue with
What?
Tarim in his memories before?
No, it's just Therum didn't speak as much until after we...
Oh, that's what you mean. I was
Yeah.
like...
I'm just like, what you
Therum
talking
got
about
more
before?
Therum! He unlocked his upgrade. Okay.
Also, just the place itself, it's not right. None of the places here are right, but that in particular, I do not enjoy it. I will not argue. If you wish to check it out in the morning, we can do that. But I just understand my feeling of it is I hate it.
Understandable. Should we start a fire?
If you look into the
So
middle of the
Zed took care
circle,
of most of it.
Zed's holding onto a stick, and her hand is just on fire. Because produce flame is a thing.
Nibble's more saying, should we start a fire as of where we are?
Nope, starting a fire.
Okay.
We're on a lake. It's not everywhere in this place is immediately dangerous and out to get us. Just most places.
Alright.
That's comforting.
Do you have a pot?
So the what?
A pot. Pot.
You're really quiet,
A
Aries.
pot!
Aries, you get.
Like for food?
Yeah.
Turn Aries up.
I don't.
I don't know why I'm so quiet.
No, I don't really carry much cookware with me. Hence the ready-to-eat rations that I pack.
Hearing
You
that,
are a
Oka's gonna
mystery.
pipe up.
Oh, okay.
You have a pot, or you need a pot. I carry one around with me.
You carry a pot with you?
Yeah, in case
Oh.
we ever need food.
Why are you surprised at Oka, but assume I have one?
Because you fucking have money and you look like it.
Yeah, but if I have money, I mean, never mind.
You're a mystery. You're gonna go over to Oka. Just. How big is your pot?
I mean, it's about the average size. I believe it can hold about a gallon.
You want to make beans?
I can make some beans. I can go scavenge for some more food too, so we can make it taste better.
Sure. Alright, let's let's make some fucking dinner.
Beards!
We have beans!
While this is going on, Zed's just taking logs and like making in the circle that was defined earlier, is just like making a random divider wall.
Nibble has pulled
I'll
out the like
assist.
sleeve of bean.
I will assist Zed in making small, like, hut.
No, she's not making huts. She's just making like wall dividers.
Mm.
Yeah, Oka's gonna go and scavenge for some more ingredients around the forest edge.
Nibble just has a bunch of different types of beans, like just taking like 2 handfuls of beans and putting them in water in the pot.
They're like dried beans, so like when
Yeah.
you bite into them, they go crunch. Yes.
They're probably really dry. She went for specifically for dry stock.
What's the ream gonna do?
Oh, the Reem will follow the rule of 2 and go with Oka.
Stand there and look pretty, like always.
Handsome.
The best
see
looking
this-
one.
Do you
No.
see this brooding cloak and these dark eyes? Ravishing.
Yeah, so the Reem's just gonna kind of like follow around with Oka and kind of help a little bit.
So Oka and Aries.
I'm at the pot. I'm making the beans. I'm
Oh,
starting
you're
to
making the
cook.
beans.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm at the fire.
I'm helping you with heavy shit.
Sienna can't pick up heavy shit.
I'm saying we both can pick up heavy shit.
Never ask me to.
Yeah, same.
Holds
We
up
have-
a log and
Yep.
just phases through Thareem's body. This is like, well, I tried.
I have a -2 on strength checks.
Yeah, Thareem's
I
got
got a
a
-1.
fucking -2. Yeah, see, we're the only strong ones here, Zed.
Strength is 13.
Okay, since Arden is helping Zed, despite the fact that she's still wearing her helmet and is completely covered, her body language shows off the sign that something is very much bothering her.
Figured as much.
It's the body language of disassociation.
Figured as much. He pretty much stays quiet for a little while. Just, are you all right?
I'll survive.
That's not the question. The question is, are you all right?
She stops. And she puts her hand down on the divider wall. It's probably halfway done at this point. I'll be okay.
It's better. This. I hate this place. I'm assuming it was the skeletons, right? The army?
It brought back something unpleasant, and I'm doing my best. Put it back in the confines of my memory.
Why? Why put it back?
because it's already happened and I can do nothing about it.
Well, that's one way to think of it. The past is going to hurt. But don't lock it away. Let it out. You have a rare opportunity where, at least in this place, letting out your emotion, whether it is grief, frustration, happiness, it doesn't matter. This place partially emulates the prime material, which means those things won't come after you. Not here, anyway.
The memories of which I speak of have already come back to try and kill me many times. It's not that.
And here, you are going to make new memories of things coming to kill you. So it's a good idea to make some space and to let out whatever it is you have pent up inside. There's no better place than here. He like kind of motions to like the open lake. Here, watch. I used to do this as a kid. Frustration, anger, whatever it was bothering me at the time. He like pulls up his pant legs a little bit and like wades into the water. Come on.
You're not gonna let this wait, are you?
No, no, I'm not. Because if you're disassociating, that means you are not watching for if that army decides to move towards us. So I'm going to help.
If that army decides to move towards us, I already have something planned for the evening.
It's a figure of speech. Now get over here.
As you take your steps in, the water is unnervingly cold.
Ugh. Good Lord, that's cold.
Considering his body temperature is very, very warm,
That is
it's
gotta
gotta be even
drastic.
colder.
Oh, good Lord. You see him like do this like it'll be fine. Steps 1 foot in the water. Oh, good Lord.
Since Nimble's there making beans,
Yeah, Nibble can see
Nimble
this.
also sees.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord, that's very cold. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Tone of your voice indicates that it is very much not fine.
It's just very not what I'm used to, that's all.
It's just she's gonna. You can't see her face, but the direction that her helm was looking is very, in the body language, is very much just stare, just a deadpan stare. And then
Anyway,
she's just gonna very slowly just take her helmet off, and then she's gonna take her armor off. It's gonna take a few minutes because it's heavy armor.
oh, not so much the armor. He doesn't wade farther into the river. He stops about like before knee deep, and it's like just, and he turns around towards the lake. He cups his hands around his mouth, and he warns Nimble first. Nimble, I'll be fine. I'm fine. This is a thing that I used to do. And then he just yells as loud as he can across the river, or across this massive lake. Just cups his hand around his mouth and just out. I wish I could yell now, but there are people in the house and also we're on stream. But just releases what is within. and, and, and like after as much as his lungs will let him, stops. You can hear the echo come back, and about partway at the end of that yell, he just kind of starts to laugh a little.
Is that genuine, like laughing, or?
More of like end of the yell, and then just God. Oh, I haven't done that in a while, and wow, that there was a lot more pent up in me than I thought there was. I'm fine. It's like relief, like when you finally have a weight lifted off, but you weren't aware of just how much of an emotional weight you were carrying. So it sounds like a cry is about to kick in, but he's not letting it. So it's just the laughter of like, wow, I had more baggage than I thought I did.
Hey, Wombat.
Zed looks very confused, like her head, like Zed as she's like got.
Yes, Wanda.
Can I go into the water and push Arden in?
Roll.
Well, what do I roll?
Like, fight. You gotta do the roll fight.
Do acrobatics.
Are you trying to
Acrobatics?
sneak?
Yeah.
Because then you get advantage and
Well, he's
you know,
loud,
like,
so
Let her sneak. Let her
yeah,
sneak.
stealth.
Oh yes, sneak in the open area
Yeah.
of where I'm
Uh-huh,
Behind
in
you.
the
uh-huh.
water.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Behind
but
you
she's
while
a-
you're not looking.
Oh, well,
She's
fuck, she's a water.
13.
It didn't
she's a
matter.
water elf.
It did not matter.
I got over 10.
Oh, what's your passive? Your passive is higher than that, yeah.
My
perception?
passive. I
Yeah.
think mine is like a straight 10 because my wisdom is.
Oh, then you succeed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me check
Do it,
that
do
passive.
it,
Hold
do it,
on.
do it.
Yeah, mine's a straight 10.
Perception.
My chat be like,
Perception
all
is
up, let her
10,
cook.
Yeah, letting cook. Yeah, that succeeds. Okay, so you're walking up to
Mhm.
yeah, you're not being seen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna very jarringly push him from behind into the water.
We gotta make a roll though.
All right, and you get advantage on the roll because it's a surprise attack.
What am I?
Use
so-
acrobatics.
Strength check.
Acrobatics.
Or acrobatics. Is this considered a grapple check? Isn't
No,
she can
push
replace?
him.
Okay, it's push.
So,
I believe.
Okay, what am I rolling? I'm so sorry.
Strength.
Strength. Okay.
Yep, strength check.
Versus my what? Strength, athletics.
With advantage?
Dex save.
Yeah, we'll see in a second.
With advantage, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Oh
19.
damn. I mean, you can try and save, yeah, but DC's a 19.
Strength or athletics.
Strength.
Save.
Well, really, like you could think about it of taking the hit would be an athletic thing to do. It's not you being, strength. It's being athletic. So I'll give you the choice on that one.
Well, actually, whether it's an athletics check or a strength save, they're both +5. So
Nimble's
Exactly.
only goal is to make
I'm just giving
Zed
you the
laugh
check.
now.
Failure. Okay.
The dice
Oh.
is broken.
It was almost a 15 too. That would have made it.
All right, and Dimple, go for it. How you doing?
Just going to sneak up. I have not taken off any of my shoes or anything, and then just like from like the base of his back, and just with all my
Since I
strength,
did-
just push and like
Since-
fall on top of him down.
Since I did not save, can I counter by taking her with me?
You can certainly try.
Nimble's literally prepared to do that. She is actively trying to go down with your ship.
It's like, oh no, the sea elf is going into the water.
You can certainly try. So try and roll like a grapple. I'm gonna give you a 15 DC on it.
Roll grapple. Roll the grapple,
Yeah.
devil man.
Ah!
Ah, the dice have spoken.
With this, can I fucking flip this around? Can I fucking?
No, you're
No.
going down
You're going
because
down.
of the sneak attack. But you can grab a wrist and pull with you, kind of thing. Yeah,
Can
that's what I'm allowing you.
With a natural 20, can I still go down, but spin it so that she goes in the water first and I get less of a hit? I'm still going down.
No,
I'll give that.
I'm not trying to damage you. I'm just trying to get you wet.
No,
I'll
I
get-
mean,
I'll-
I'm
Damn.
more so. Yeah, but it's turning from me falling over into me now being the one to push you in and fall.
He's trying to save face.
If you like
yeah,
a
you
spin
yeah.
gotta
around and
skip
pull
phase.
first.
Like
Mhm.
I'll say because normally only you would go in. I'll say with the net 20, you would both go in at the same time while you're
Mhm.
trying to get it. You wouldn't be able to do it fast enough. You basically like ballerina spin and like get halfway before you both hit the water with your shoulder.
It's the noble instinct to save face, and it's like I'm going down, but I'm making sure I'm going down like with this opponent or pushing it down first.
Mhm.
It's just instinct in that moment.
Good thing I can
Alright.
breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Nimble just vibes down there.
Nimble's just
Stand
violently.
back up and
Violently
grab her by the
laughing.
scruff of the neck, still wet.
So,
And I just, you are insufferable.
so, So
you
when you
cannot
guys
speak. Sorry. You cannot speak because you just got your entire fucking body submerged in an ice cold lake.
water.
I
You are
stood back up.
Freezing
I
ice.
stood back
You were
up.
shocked for like 5 seconds at least.
well, Zed in the middle of like, all right, so camp's here. Take my helmet off. It takes the whatever heavy armor she's wearing off. Arden screams. She looks confused. Like all of the melancholy just leaves her face, and she just looks perplexed. Then finally notices Nimble sneaking up on Arden and just fucking splash. And they're both getting up, and for the pair of them, if they're listening enough, you swear you can almost hear giggling.
I also like to add the comedic feature that because of his above normal body temperature, he is steaming with the cold water coming off of him.
Damn, getting people wet and now they're hot and steamy. Come on, guys, freezing.
Like he's still cold. Like obviously he's still cold, but the water's very cold and he's an above average body temperature. So it's just kind of like it's doing the mist thing. So it's just kind of slightly steaming off of him. But it's not so hot where he's dry. It's just noticeable.
Let's skip for a second to survival checks for the people grabbing wood.
We're not here.
We're
for
looking
shenanigans.
for
Or
special
foraging.
Yeah,
Special woods. Give me some survivals. Some wilderness
it's also
checks.
getting dark, right?
Do you
Oh,
get wood,
it's
Aaron?
already like 8. Like it's dark. It's been that since you arrived, so it's probably 8:30 ish.
Right, yeah,
So,
Oko,
Aaron, you
Oko would
getting
have
wood?
picked up a stick and cast light on
Use
it.
me.
Okay. All right. Light stick. Got it.
Yep, light stick.
All right. Roll some checks. See how much wood you getting. Oh,
Pretty good.
you getting some pretty good wood.
Yeah,
hardwood?
we'll get pretty good wood.
Foraging for like
Pretty good
some
wood.
berries.
No, you don't want hardwood for a fire. Shut up, you.
Yeah, you do.
Why would you
No,
want
you don't.
soft?
Excuse
Very
me, I
good.
prefer chemical treated wood in my fires.
Yeah, you want you want the Invisilog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, but I'm looking
Hardwood
for like
burns hotter.
edible like berries,
warm.
mushrooms.
You don't
and
want burn.
food.
You don't want burn harder. You want burn longer.
I mean, this is coming from a place where we have full of nothing but hardwood everywhere. So meh.
Yeah, you both are able to grab whatever you would like to grab. So just come up with, oh, I'm coming back with a bundle of sticks, or I'm coming back with some logs that I chopped down. Whatever you got. Yeah.
Now, I'm looking for edible like
Ooh,
mushrooms.
you're foraging. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I'm
can
looking for
get
stuff
a
for the
nice little
beans.
fucking basket. Yeah. You can get yourself a nice little forest basket. What about you, Threem?
Yes, I was mostly just sticking around, but he like chops down some wood stuff and gets it.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Team foragers go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find a couple dead trees, considering most things are dead, and those would obviously be better for firewood as they are not full of moisture anymore. So you take care of those, fell some weak trees that look to be dead, stuff like that. Get yourself
Eldritch blast the base of it.
blast.
Please. At some point, you hear the echo of a scream and then a splash.
They can hear
Wonder
the
what they're up
scream,
to over
they
there.
probably won't hear the splash, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, with our little foraging complete, I'll at least start to head back.
We shall return.
And the fire is lit now, right?
Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once getting back into
it's
our little
lit.
clearing, she'll
It's lit.
dispel the light on the stick.
Nimble's taking off her like just her outer layers that are soaked so that they can dry faster, and is just silently laughing to herself as she gets in the beans.
Nimble's having a great time. It's a good day for Nimble.
I stand back up and just before that happened, you get the idea. Just let out what's ever inside. Did it a lot as a kid, and it helped. What if a bit anyway?
I think Nimble's antics might have worked a little bit better.
Still, keep it in mind.
You do see, like, for the first time, she's actually cracked a half smile.
Hope you realize I'm basically stuck here. This clothing is laced with armor. It's heavy as it is.
And
Man, if
that's
only someone had
why I took mine
prestidigitation.
off. Yeah, if only somebody had prestidigitation.
Could it be me?
Couldn't be me.
Spell that's pronounced
Literally,
differently
could
every
it be
time.
me?
Yep. Okay, but seriously, Rainbow, do you have prestidigitation?
No.
Darn.
Not even Woka?
No, Woka might have it.
You can
Oh,
tie,
Woka
you
might
can
have it,
tie
but
his-
not Coca.
tie like a
But
rope
Woka
to his
wouldn't be
foot and
willing to
pull
do
him
that.
out.
Okay, Woka does not have prestidigitation. It's just a bunch of damage.
Woka angry.
some minor fuckery stuff,
Okay.
and maybe a support spell. Maybe, if she feels like it.
Zed's gonna take out the bedroll, her bedroll, and just like undo it, and then just drape it over our den.
No, it's fine. He sits on on one of the logs around a fire, and I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis to turn all of the water into ice armor, and then just start chipping it off me.
So you're gonna get colder?
Well, it freezes all of it, like all of the water, so it's like, okay, there, I can get most of it off. Yeah, there we go. Now I'll warm up a bit faster, or dry off a bit faster now.
And she still leaves the bedroll on, draped over him.
Thank you.
When everyone is back, Zed is going to look at everyone. I'm going to need everyone to be inside the circle when I do what I'm about to do next, so if you could not do anything outside of the circle for the next 10 or so minutes, that would be great.
Woka's just gonna be next to the fire making food.
If that's
Showing
if that's on the table, then before you do that, can I ask of you a favor?
Hmm.
You said, I believe I remember you saying earlier that you can remove curses.
I could try, perhaps.
Is that still something you can do right now?
Yes.
There's he reaches into his pocket. There's well, there's this little trinket which has been on my mind for some time, and it must be cursed, but I don't know the extent of it, and I think it could be helpful. I can control it, so I'm going to put it on, and if anything bad starts happening, can you please, as quick as you can, take it off of me?
How about I try and remove the curse before you put it on?
Is that how these things work? I was under the impression you can't really remove the curse from an item, you can just...
I would rather there be a preventative than having to need an emergency magic, arcane bit of nonsense.
If it works, but...
If it
Make
doesn't
sure you
work,
can-
then we'll just wait until the next day.
But there's no telling if it'll work until I put it on. So make sure you can still do that again in case it doesn't work. Still
If it
take it
doesn't,
off of me.
if it doesn't work the first time, you can wait another day for me to regain some energy.
Out of character. No, if you remove the curse from the item, he puts it on, but it didn't work and it still curses him.
Yeah, so
Like how...
I feel like I would know if
I'm
it
just
worked
supposed.
or not.
I'm just supposed to wait
Okay,
a
hold on,
day.
hold on,
curse
hold on,
his fuck.
Hold on. No,
Like,
no, no.
alright,
Just
well.
don't put the ring on. She's saying don't put the fucking ring on. Just wait a day to put the ring on. Okay, Wombat, as DM question.
Uh.
If I use remove curse on the ring and it does not work, would me, as the caster of remove curse, know that it did not work?
Because of the nature of the spell and because it removes curses, you can tell if you're holding a spell when a spell completes or when it fizzles out based on your own knowledge of your own magic. So, I'm gonna say yes.
All right, cool. I will then take the ring and I'm going to cast a remove curse.
Which ring?
The
Hellfire ring.
The Hellfire ring. Let me.
Been on my mind ever since I got it.
Uh-huh. Hellfire. Ring of Hellfire.
It's very suiting, isn't it?
It is indeed. All right, and it takes how long? No, it just says
it just says an action, so it takes 6 seconds to cast.
at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded. Yeah, so it doesn't remove curse from cursed objects.
So you'd have
Yeah.
to put it on and then remove it.
And
That's what I was
would that
saying.
would that
yeah,
make it?
Yeah, if he attuned to it, then you removed it, you would break the owner's attunement.
So I
If
can't
it's
uncurse,
a cursed magic item.
but I cannot
meaning
remove the
you
curse part.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is not a thing I can do based on
Yeah,
how
that's just what
the thing works.
remove curse says.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why I was doing it the way that I was doing it, because that's how the spell works.
Even then, it still wouldn't remove the curse. It just let you
It
take it
wouldn't
off.
remove the curse,
Yeah.
but with the way I'm reading it, since your spell would complete if it was a cursed item, if they were attuned to it, you would break the attunement, meaning you know it's cursed because that's what it does. That's what it do.
All curses affecting one creature or object end. The object is a cursed magic item. Its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Correct,
Usually,
so-
once you remove the item, the curse drops from the person.
But then you can't use it.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
you'd
then
have
we
to
know
reattune to it.
then we know that it's like bunk. We should just get rid of it. So
Okay.
that's what he was saying. Was
doing
like,
that.
I'm gonna put this on. If it fucks me up, take it off, and we're just gonna throw it into the fucking river.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll do that then.
Shit. Okay, so we want to attune to it. All right.
Just give it to Oka. And
how
she'll
the
put
fuck
it on her
attu-
necklace.
Yeah, how the fuck
Uh,
attunement work? I don't know.
Over the course of an hour, you sit down with an item, and basically attune to it. There's many DMs have a different explanation of how attunement works, but basically it's just making an item attached to you magically so that it'll unlock the rest of its abilities.
Okay.
Okay. So then, what can I do first? Because it's going to take him an hour to attune to it. Before I do the remove cursey thing, I would like to ritual cast. Ritual don't consume spell slot. I'm ritual casting this. It doesn't cost spell slots.
Mm-hmm. Wombat.
Oh, okay. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna try and do the 1 hour time go faster. It's about 9, just so you guys are aware.
So
Can we?
while the hour's happening, I would like to ritual cast Lehman's tiny hut,
Lemons Tiny Hut. Pog.
which
Into
there's
existence
just
around and above.
Everybody wants
Which
to know
is
what
why-
Oka got.
Oh yeah, you guys can do that, but let's take care of the stuff that's already in motion. Okay, so yeah, while that's happening, you can do that talk. But yes, attune to Ring of Hellfire, got it. And then let's just have that happening, and then let's have Liamon's Hut. So 9 creatures can fit.
they all just need to be inside the circle before I cast,
All
which is why
other
Zed drew
creatures
this.
and objects are barred. Okay. Comfortable and dry. Oh wow, it'll be way different inside than what you're used to once it
Yep.
actually activates.
Yep. It's
But
also
being
opaque
lit
from
or
the
dark.
outside.
Opaque from. So they just see a fucking orb.
It's a perfectly.
Orb.
It's a dome. It is a perfect
Dome.
dome.
Okay.
Dome.
Damn. All right.
And a ritual cast that, so it didn't consume a spell slot. But I am now out of 3rd level spell slots because I used remove curse after.
This is the
I still-
spell they
I still
used
got a
in
third
Deathly
level.
Hallows.
Wait. So you're already trying to remove the curse right after?
No. Like I'm saying, because I used the cast remove curse thing first. I'm doing it after. So yeah.
She casted it to show us what it did. So
Yeah.
on her sheet, it's out of spell slots. But
I can
She's
add
still-
it back. You didn't actually do it, right? That's what
Yeah,
you're saying?
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it once the attunement is over anyway, because Zed's not
Okay,
cooking
then
anything.
sure,
so-
just keep it off.
Yeah.
That's fine.
probably
Yeah, we're just
cursed.
keeping it.
Okay, cool. All right, so then let's just go with your stuff. So yes, other 3 people go. You see mushrooms and flowers and edible plants in little mushrooms. You know.
Yeah.
That's what you said. It sounded like
in
mushrooms.
Mushroom
yeah, I
berries.
said mushroom, but yes, a mushroom.
Also,
minced
everybody except me can move through the dome freely because they were inside the dome when it was cast, but I cannot leave, otherwise the dome goes away.
Okay.
What did you find, Oka?
Let's see. I found some mushrooms. We got some berries. I even found some little plants we can use for some seasonings. Make
Okay.
some really, really nice soup out of this. Especially with those beans that we have.
I don't know what kind of beans I have, to be honest. So, we're just gonna hope for the best.
I will make do with what we've got.
Do you like cooking?
I took it up from time to time when I was at the chapel.
Hmm.
And plus, you know, when you're traveling alone, you kind of have to know how to make food for yourself sometimes.
It is true. What about you, Thrum?
What about me?
You have any interest in this?
Currently, I have no need to eat, so not really.
That wasn't really my question. Just, do you have any interest in how it works? Isn't it weird?
Never. What?
Is it weird? Isn't it weird?
Wait, what are you asking me about?
Just the cooking.
Mid conversation.
Is cooking weird? Yeah, it's fucking weird. I don't know how to answer that.
Okay.
Eh.
Did you two hear Arden yell?
We did hear some sort of a incident happen while we were over there.
Alright. I want to know it. So what else can hear us?
Sound does travel over water, so if one were at the other side of the lake, they would most likely hear us.
That's true. There, I know I probably answered this myself, but do you breathe?
Do I breathe? I suppose I do.
Can you drown?
I would assume so.
Hmm.
My form currently seems to follow the standard rules of a normal body, despite its appearance.
Hmm. All right. Nipple's gonna just go back to trying to like squeeze out her clothes of water and stuff. Weasel?
Is that it?
I
We're
think
gonna
so.
we're gonna go to the attunement
Unless,
fuckery.
unless Oka has more to say.
Well, no, I don't want to interrupt. I'm just like everybody just stops talking.
It's like, okay, well now.
Say something. All right.
Ah,
Ah!
Say something!
I'm
Monopoly.
gonna say you're done then. Maybe I'll make you're done then. All right. Okay. Attunement shit. So as you are sitting there, Arden, you slide it on. You attune to the ring. You definitely feel the like power of flame as you've seen it in action before. You definitely now feel it as you're becoming more and more in tune with the item. You don't really feel any adverse effects. You can try and activate it if you'd like.
Not inside the bubble, please.
Yeah, but you don't feel any different other than now you feel the ring and you definitely feel the power of fire.
He has the power.
Sorry, one more time.
Don't really feel any different. Would you like to try it?
You feel spicier.
You feel the ring and its spicy powers.
I don't feel much different.
If you're going to try it, please step outside of the area, though you will need to walk back in.
I think I'll do it right here. No.
You're not casting a
Oh
bubble.
god, not again! No!
Contained
I didn't ask
fireball.
how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
Contained explosion in the tiny hut. We're all dead. I worked for Strahd the entire time.
Oh no!
He wasn't lying to us.
No, I get up and I step outside and I kind of just aim to the middle of the lake and I fire.
As you watch Arden, hand outstretched, you just see a tiny bit of light start forming in the palm of their hand. A red glowing ball begins expanding in your hand, forming from the ring. Aiming your hand towards a direction, a ball of fire hurls forth. And just like you've seen, just this huge explosion of this like necrotic fire as it touches the lake, and mostly it like sizzles across the surface and disrupts the peacefulness of the lake.
Well, that looked familiar.
Do I feel any different?
Let's see. Ooh. Well, you definitely feel that the ring now doesn't feel power. Like you don't feel the same power in it that you were feeling.
So do I just, basically it's like it's a one-time use a day kind of deal?
That's up to you to surmise, but you do not feel
Like I wouldn't be able to
anything going
do
on
it
the ring.
again if I tried.
You can certainly try.
Try?
Okay. And there is nothing going on in the ring. Like, you definitely feel like just on your finger it's now just a ring, but as you try and focus and reconjure the like the feeling, I guess, like obviously magic, we don't know how magic works. The feeling of it, uh and yeah, I'm gonna just say you can just try. So maybe just give me like a regular 20, so that we can see. But
I don't
we'll see what
know
dice
how
say. And as you just kind of focus on this feeling, the ring flares back to life, and the same feeling comes back. The ball of fire begins forming in your hand. Do you actually want to fire?
If I can contain it, I will.
You're at the beginning stages of it. You're like, oh, I powered it back up, and you can kind of like quench your fist, and
Powered up, get in there.
you now the ring is now like powered again.
Huh. Hmm. That could be useful.
You do not feel any different. You actually feel quite surprised and happy that you now have a fucking fireball on demand. Necrotic fire, might I add.
This feels. This feels on brand, actually. He hasn't gone back to there yet. He's still kind of standing on his own, just.
Mm-hmm.
How far outside of the dome is he? Because he can't see in, but we can see out.
However far away the dome is from the edge of the water.
Okay, so not too far.
20
But,
foot,
you know,
let's say.
20 feet, so we can all see him.
Yeah.
Everybody's just watching. Silent commentary.
It's like, huh.
That was big.
Yeah, hold on. Let's cut back into the Liamon's tiny hut.
What does the peanut gallery have to say?
They're playing cards. Aaron just raised a chicken. We don't know where he got it.
I mean, most of us are just gonna be like, well, shit, I remember that.
That's new.
Back
That
to
just
him.
gets no reaction. Everybody else is just like, yeah, that hurt.
That hurtied.
Big hurty.
Yeah. A step closer, I guess. No turning back now. Okay. Well, got control for now. I'm gonna go back to the hut.
Okay.
Well,
So how are you feeling?
I feel okay. I feel like I've got control of it, actually.
I would like to insight check the man.
Right ahead.
Because, listen, item might be cursed. Who knows? Alright, cool. That's a 24.
You
Tell the
100%
truth.
know, and yes, telling the truth. They do not feel any different, but I'm assuming, character based, would be happy because they don't feel different, and they now have a fucking rad ass ring. And they just reactivated it. They just went, oh, it's out of power, and then they brought the power back, and they're like, oh shit.
He looks not excited, just like there is a mix of emotions on his face, but overall he's telling the truth.
Noted for later. So that Zed has set up her I'm gonna call it a trunk. Her trunk that she carries around because she has a whole chest and 2 backpacks for some fucking reason. And And she's just sat down on the ground and she's got some of her books out and she's making notes. There seems to be a new book with new notes in it.
New journal.
What's that?
Oh, it's medical records.
Oh,
She was a doctor, Nimble.
why are you acting like I'm the one surprised by this? You also asked.
Just said new journal.
Though you do see next to that one, there is also a very, very old one that does not have a name on it.
What's that one?
More medical records. Except those ones are mine.
Oh, like a diary.
You could say that.
Medical diary.
That would likely be a more appropriate name for it.
Hmm.
In case something ever happens to me, and you're unsure of what to do, this would be the book that you find in order to best help in case I cannot.
I would be a terrible medic.
But you would be a very, very good mortician.
I'll get
Both
you a flower
equally as
crown.
important.
Everybody spoke at the same time. I heard flower crown. I heard something else.
I
I
was
always
like,
did something-
Thuri was just like, both equally as important.
And I said I can get you a flower crown.
Perhaps a funeral arranger instead.
Same difference.
Well, one normally involves the. Never mind.
Zed?
Hmm?
You asked us earlier, up the path, how we felt about death.
I did.
How do you feel about it?
So as she's noting things down, you notice that her writing pace kind of stops and slows, and she looks at what she just identified as her medical diary for a bit longer than anyone normally could or should. Words are hard.
I'm not really too sure anymore.
Hmm.
I thought I did a long time ago, and a lot of things have changed since then.
What did you used to think?
It was just another step in the process. It was something that meant you were taking the next step up in whatever Her Highness had planned. Or not. No one's really sure if she has plans for us, or if she just lets the whims of chaos take us.
Hmm.
There's a place that she lives in. We call it the Hall of Memories, and it's said that when our physical bodies do die, we are taken back there and just simply reincarnated into the next physical form. And we can relive past lives through trancing, as any elven-blooded individual, at least of mostly pure elven blood, is able to do.
Hmm.
But now, I'm not so sure anymore.
Why's that?
No dice. Okay. Ugh. Um. Oh, is she gonna answer it? No. Okay. I'm not sure if that's necessarily an answer you want to hear.
Everybody's got their differences.
She's gone back to writing notes at this point, but she's still engaged in the conversation.
Can I ask another thing?
If you're satisfied with not knowing an answer to the previous question, it's up to you if you want to hear it.
I would like to hear it, but if you're not ready to tell it, or think that we're not ready to hear it, then we can wait.
That's a good point. Let me roll my dice again. Oof. Okay.
That did not sound good.
Yep. She just kind of stops for a little bit and I've already died once.
What do you mean?
I've died before.
Here or back home?
Well, what one's once home, I suppose. In the past.
How did you get better?
Someone decided that they didn't want me out of their life.
Are they bad?
No. No. No.
Then it must have been a good reason.
She kind of stops, and you kind of see her rub the side of her neck that's the same side where her face scars are.
I don't think there's an ounce of evil in her. But I'm not sure why.
What do you mean, why?
I didn't get a chance to ask.
Is she gone?
She's been gone for a long time.
Please stop me if this is too forward, but... Was it your sister?
There's rolling situational dice again. Please hold your calls. You swear she almost flinches for a second. And she just grabs the holy symbol that's tied around her wrist, and she just unwraps it and she puts it on top of her medical diary. And her face just drops into this very dour and sad and incredibly exhausted expression.
Nimble's gonna move a little closer to her and kind of like sit in front of her a little bit. Not trying to like encroach on her, but just to try to appear as comforting.
Yeah, it was.
I'm very sorry.
You don't have any reason to be. I just need a moment.
I'm sorry, take your time. She starts to move away.
And she just goes back to writing notes. And after she's done writing in one journal, she closes it and goes back to her own journal, and you can just see she starts flipping a incredible amount of pages before she finally ends up on one of the last pages in the journal, and then she just starts writing.
Nimble's just gonna keep an eye on her as she tends to the soup, unless it's done and we're just gonna eat it.
I would probably say soup is done by this time.
Soup. Soup time.
Soup.
Pass
soup.
out soup. Pass out soup.
Some nice gourmet beans and porridge soup.
Beans and fungus.
Mystery beans and
Mystery beans.
Mystery beans and greens from a sleeve.
Still better than what Zed has.
True.
Did the water, though very cold, look like fresh, like potable, like clear, or is it just like I wouldn't drink that?
It was dark.
Bad water.
Bad water. Okay, no refilling. No refilling here.
Can I give Zed one of the soup bowls? Or such?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm not gonna
Give her
She's
soup.
not gonna eat it. She's not gonna eat it right away, but she's definitely gonna. She acknowledges it's there. She's in the middle of making some edits to what she's identified as her personal medical diary, and eventually she closes it, puts it away, and she's gonna let it sit there for a moment, and she's just gonna kind of sit down and just, I guess, stare off into space. Just gonna kind of turn away and just look out the dome.
I'm just gonna eat and keep writing in my journal. But then it's kind of just backed into a corner now, just quiet.
It's a dome. There's no corners.
Into the equivalent of a corner where there's maybe not as many people. Doesn't like to be crowded.
This is a 20-foot diameter space.
Can
Arden's really trying.
can I
The
can I give
closest he can get.
He's
The
on the other
close-
side of the privacy wall. He's like,
The,
nobody.
the closest he can get to, like, not being surrounded by people.
He's on the other side of the privacy wall. Got it.
can
You cannot see me. I am not perceived.
And by that he means he's just kind of like in his book. He's just not looking at anyone. Just like, if I focus on this, can't see them.
can I poke Arden?
He'll respond to either.
Yeah, but I'm trying to keep with Arden so I don't confuse it in my brain too much.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
Do you want some ink? More?
I've still got plenty, but thank you.
Do you want a coat?
Mine is rather dry now.
I know, but you said you wanted a new coat. Or you were back in the house.
Well, at the time, yes, but thanks to Zed, actually, it's fixed up for the most part.
Still has her bedroll, by the way.
It would be quite the pain to transfer over the armor that is laced within this one into another coat.
She's gonna nod, poke his horn, and say, I'm sorry.
It worked on her, so it's fine.
What you doing?
Writing.
What are you writing?
He like puts his book down for a second and actually looks at her. Yeah. Entries. And he like opens it up. It's the same sketch that you saw before. Some weird creature that you don't think you've really ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
There are lines kind of like coming out from it with descriptions like like descriptions on its teeth and how they were evolved for eating certain things, the size of the creature, like evolution. Basically, it's a field journal for a creature that you've never seen before.
Nibble's gonna look only at the pictures because she can't really.
Breed, yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
It's one of the animals in my care back home.
Animals.
Yes, I have it's a bit of a menagerie back home.
Menagerie.
Quite a collection. A collection of rare animals.
Well, what is that one then?
This one is a pseudohydra.
What does it do?
Zed!
What?
They're creatures from Stabby's world, so Stabby knows more than me, but I know what they are. Oh, pseudohydra, what's it do?
Okay, so a pseudohydra is a man-made hydra that was originally intended as a very fancy yet volatile guard animal that was made by a bunch of people who don't understand how that works. And it's an unstable creature, and they're very violent and very angry and nigh impossible to tame except under two circumstances. One, you're just that good, or two, you know what its favorite smell is other than the smell of death.
Hmm.
But they're vicious little bastards.
Yep.
But if you do make the friendship with them, they are very, 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 very loyal. Sometimes they have wings, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they only have one head, sometimes they have like 5, but they always precisely have 10 limbs. No more, no less.
Alright.
Yep. This one in particular has 4 legs, a split tail, and 3 heads.
That only adds up to 9. Unless,
Oh, 4 heads.
damn, forehead, damn.
Nibble's going to look at it and then like sit down next to him and it goes, Can I add something?
Go on.
She gestures for his pen.
He gives it to her very tentatively.
Right. She goes to the very top corner of the book and writes in what looks a little bit like just like a bunch of shapes and random scrapes the pseudohydra name and danger underneath it, and then gives it back.
Oh, and like thieves can't?
And these guys
Yeah.
I don't. What did you do?
wrote it again. Made sure the label is dangerous.
Not this one. Not this one at all. I mean, yes, they're very to people I don't like, but not to me.
Why not to you?
I have quite the bond with this one.
Did you name it?
I didn't get a chance to before I was taken.
You should
I
name it
just
now.
think I'm going to wait until I return home.
Everything needs a name.
But yes, but I'd like to give it to it when I'm there. He kind of like flips through the book a little bit, and you can see there's like a ton of different creatures that you just have never seen before at all. There's again, I finally made the decision that our den is from Stabby's world, where she has a bunch of different like weird fuck off rare species.
Hi, I homebrew monsters and I don't have a problem.
So things like whatever grifflets look like.
Oh, those are adorable. So
there's
grifflets or griffins, but smaller. So imagine a Maine Coon, but it's a griffin, and it's Maine Coon sized.
mhm,
What's that one?
couple of different wyvern species. Maine Coon is just a big cat, just a real big fucking
No,
cat.
no,
Super
that's
fluffy.
not what I
It is made of fluff.
I know what a big
Damn, Marys don't know what a Maine Coon is. Damn.
I meant the creature.
Yeah, so there's several different wyvern species that you can that are in there. Um, the pseudohydra, a couple of different grifflets, just just lots of things.
Alright.
Some big, some small, some you're really wondering if like did he just draw that? Is that made up? Does he own that? That's big. That's real big.
Do you have any good creatures in
They're all good.
there? But I mean by nature.
I mean,
Like,
they're animals. Is any creature really good by nature?
well, there's a difference between good, oh, this is morally good, and good, oh, that is definitely a rabbit.
I mean, the grifflets are quite adorable, if that's what you're asking.
They're therapy animals, and when they bond to somebody, they can use calm emotions on them without fail.
Can I see again?
Flips back to the grifflets. They're just like small hydras, or small griffins. Sorry.
Oh, they're very cute.
The babies are called pufflets.
Fun fact. Originally, when I played Nimblebee as a DM, she had one of those on her ship.
Small griffin is,
Can I see the pen again?
the what?
The pen.
Sure.
Can I she's gonna do this, the motion of the grifflet, and then she's gonna put Ink Thieves Can't safe underneath it, and then hand it back.
You're very strange.
Well, if you find something you can't read, those might help you out. Might as well put them somewhere where most people won't find them. That's good. And then she gestures like to the other side of the book where the pseudohydra was, and that one's bad.
He like kind of smudges it with his thumb. He's not bad. He's not bad at all.
Not like that. I didn't mean like that. I meant never mind.
None of them are bad. All the creatures in my care, though, I do the best to make sure that they can live in a suitable habitat. They're not domesticated by any means, at least not all of them, but none of them can really be released back.
I'm not saying that your animals are dangerous. I'm just trying to give you a tool.
Well, I thank you, but it's not necessary. No one should really come into contact with my creatures.
This is still not about your creatures. I have given up on you. She's gonna get up and leave.
In his head, it's basically like, I don't need to label them. Why would I label them? I don't need to.
She's
they're all
she's
good.
like, I'm giving you a translation note.
Yeah, and to him, it's like, no, I don't want to label them.
She's gonna just go and sit back by the fire.
The domesticated mimics are quite strange. If you have a word for that, that one I'll take.
Hi, Chip.
We call those
Chirp.
babies.
Whatever. it's
Baby.
fine.
And his chirp came back.
A little bit. The domesticated mimics are quite strange. If you have a word for that, I'll take it.
I'm not I'm not talking about your creatures. I'm giving you a translation. That how you oh you asked me why I was doing the shit on the house. I gave you an answer right there in your book.
Good enough.
I'm not trying to call you shit. God damn, are you an asshole? She's gonna go over and sit kind of close to Zed now.
There is a smile that's peeked across his face that shows he's doing this on purpose.
She's gonna glare.
I think Zed, after having calmed down a bit, is going to try and talk to Thareem and do an examination of some sort. While that's going on, though she's listening
try.
because she's literally like 10 feet away.
We're all just kind of amusedly listening to that
Yeah,
conversation.
we're just everybody's just listening to each other.
That little smile is like, oh, he's doing this on purpose. He knows what he's doing.
She's
He's
about to throw a
absolutely-
bean at that
Gremlin mode
man.
has been activated. Man's as cozy as being a gremlin.
Payback, the water.
She's gonna chuck a bean at his
Um,
You should catch that.
Okay, so Dad's going to have Threem come over, and she's got another set of pages open in the other book about everybody.
So I had an idea for how to assess your condition. We're going to call it a condition if that does not upset you.
At this point, nothing upsets me. Continue.
Please tell me that's a joke.
Of course.
Okay. So, given I can't give you a proper physical assessment, because you're created mostly of shadow stuff, I assume, I see that your mind is mostly intact, though you do seem to be suffering from onset amnesia. Granted, if I recall from what was said before, this has been something that has happened when you initially were resurrected, arose. Can you recall any of that situation?
All I can remember is the moment as I was somehow brought back from what I assume would be the dead. I was immediately whisked off to this place, where I met the rest of my companions here.
Can you recall anything in your time of unliving?
So far I've only had glimpses and nothing concrete.
Do you remember any sensations, any... This is a new stretch for me, so forgive me if I'm not as professional as I normally am capable of doing. Have you had anything trigger anything specific since you've awoken? You don't sleep, so I'd imagine you have not had a chance of, or really a need to dream.
The only thing I can really say for certain is that I've grown attached to the ones that I have found here, including yourself. I see no need to leave you or go off on my own.
She scribbles down a note. That's good. I appreciate your words. This might be a very strange question, but do you remember basic concepts such as math, time, any skills you may have had in the past? Does anything come naturally, or if I would say do some basic arithmetic, you'd be able to do it?
I believe I am of sound mind, if that's what you mean.
Well, sometimes, depending on the level of amnesia, you completely forget everything. it is just your sense of self, or it is more short term, long term. The mind is a very delicate yet resilient thing. It's a bit of a paradox, depending on how you look at it.
Indeed.
You do seem capable of magic of a sort. I'm not sure if it's arcane, primal, divine. Given what I've seen of your associate, friend, companion. What? What are they? Do they have a name? Have you named them?
I have not. They are simply constructs. They come very naturally.
Okay, so they're not. Oh, they look so much like the Soros. Alright. So, your magic could be a basis of the shadow stuff itself. Which may. And she pauses, writes down more notes. Your body seems to work as a humanoid. Do you remember specifically what you were before this? Were you Delvin, a dwarf, perhaps something of Oka's kin, a human, whatever
Is his
routed
arm?
its
A
into?
human
this-
seems most likely.
Does his remaining arm look human?
Yeah. Out of character, he's human.
Okay.
Heal me, boy.
Human boy. Oh
'cause
my
he's
god, he's
got-
the normal.
'Cause he's a shadow monster with one meat
One
arm
hand
and
and
one
one
meat.
meat foot.
Yeah, he's got
Half.
one meat leg and one meat arm.
He's still got one hand. He's still got one foot in the grave. Anyway.
I gotta go.
Yeah, guys, it's time to take our break after that.
Do you mind if I take a blood sample from your physically remaining arm?
Certainly try, if there is any.
All right, so she's just gonna, I guess, prick the fleshy bit. Hey, Aaron, what's Threem's blood look like?
If there's
You-
any.
Have you ever
Is
played
it-
Mortuary Assistant?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I haven't
It's
played. I've
like-
watched.
It's like there's not really anything in him. It's just like waxy arm with nothing, you know?
Oh, it's completely it's
Oh,
completely dried
post
out.
Yeah, post blood
Post
gone.
clean. All right, so it's just
Yeah, like it's been embalmed and everything.
Yes, that's the word.
it's been embalmed. All right, so like there's nothing that goes in the vial, and it's like, okay, that. I don't know if that's a good or a bad reaction, but it's
Safe to say
certainly.
I don't have blood.
I very much can say that you were very thoroughly cleaned when you had died. Which hopefully that means somebody was well taking care of you in your previous iterance of living.
One would hope.
Okay, interesting. I should have probably studied a bit more on shadow arcane magic. Just scribbles more in the book, puts the it's still empty vial down, and just marks it off with like a little bit of charcoal dust.
Arden speaks up while you're marking things down. Do you remember ever making a deal? Or the semblance of the memory of a shaken hand or anything of the sort? Threem.
I'm not exactly sure. Sometimes I experience whispers of debts owed, but it's never been anything I could make out completely.
Writes it down in the book.
From what I can tell, you and I are not completely different.
How so?
The same goes for Oka whenever she's a bit more disagreeable.
I have yet to see that, and I'm sure that will be another interesting
Well, our
examination.
powers. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Tharima, our powers are different in nature. You call on shadow stuff and create monsters, and you have a book that you can summon, yes?
Indeed.
Well, and mine are. I know all too well where mine come from, but fiery, infernal in nature. But at the end of the day, we have access to very similar magics. Our bolts of condensed energy. And he, does talks about Eldritch Blast a little bit.
It is believed.
Our ability to summon things, and he summons essentially a hellish replica of Zed's Warhammer.
Just looks at it and just squints at you.
Lets it go, and it just fizzles away. I know where my power came from. There was a deal, a contract that was signed. That's why I look like this now. Maybe what you have is the semblance, the echo of a deal once made. Maybe you were quite strong and you're just remembering how to do things again, or something of the like, but I know your magic is coming from somewhere that's not your own. And it's probably why you won't die. It's not letting you.
Perhaps my deal was involving my resurrection.
Who knows? But that's what we can infer, at least. Knowing with what we know.
I will give more thought to this, but thank you for sharing.
That
And what
seems like a time to conclude that. Thank you for your time, Thareem.
Of course.
If anything comes up, feel free to let me know at your comfort.
Wonder if you were a scholar in life. Previous life.
Maybe in death.
Who knows? What
That's
if
what
you-
I want to know.
Aaron, I want to know.
Please show
me.
me.
What of you, Oka?
Hmm?
Well, it's quite obvious that you're quite the devoted holy person when you're agreeable. But why is it so that it seems your soul is taken by another, too?
Split.
I mean, I'm not quite sure myself. I mean, I used this talisman that I got from my sister to be able to be in my sect for worshiping Bahamut. But I don't know what would be able to change.
And she'll kind of like hold it up a little bit for people to come look at.
I'll take a look.
Same here.
Conversation that was left unfinished given someone's lack of stealth.
Who are you side-eyeing? Because I wasn't the first in the group of that. I was in the back of that. I was in the back of that line. All right. All right. The rogue went forward and didn't check for traps.
She doesn't.
I
know
took
that.
one step down and then I was going to, but
She
then it
doesn't
was
know
so
that.
fast.
She doesn't know that, Arden. She doesn't know that.
Cry about it, elf.
She's not crying about it.
I am going to bite your ear off.
That'd be
Please.
Aries.
I'll be right
Me
back. I'm gonna get
matching
another
Zed.
coffee.
Go get
Ooh,
Kia.
coffee for Erin.
Ewan coffee.
But yeah,
So you guys are looking at my talisman.
yes.
Showing off your talisman for free?
Damn,
Yeah.
for free?
Damn, for free.
What are y'all's passive investigations?
Investigation? You making me look up things?
Investigation, hells to
What?
the yeah, that
Rainbow?
is 13.
11?
Damn.
13. I have a
It's-
13. Why is my foodie being weird?
I got
Is it
11.
10 plus investigation, so 10.
All right, I'll give it to y'all. I was gonna say 10, close enough. But when you go to look at the talisman, you'll see very like light engravings in the talisman of little dragon heads in a circle, 5 of them.
Question for Stabby, actually.
Yeah.
Now that it's established that I come from your world, I have a feeling I have a far more intimate knowledge about Tiamat than I previously thought I did, huh?
Yeah, Tiamat's in your world. Tiamat's known as the World Eater. Because the big God War, everybody knows about that. That happened thousands of years ago. Tiamat is kind of like the biggest, baddest bitch, and then she got stopped. So yeah, you would know Tiamat.
No, entirely sure if we come from the same places, but this appears to be possibly a talisman of Tiamat. Okay.
I'm not aware of anything related to Tiamat. Like I said, I got this for my sister as a gift for me being able to get into my sect.
And you said it's 5 dragon heads, right?
Yep, 5 dragon heads in a circle.
Are they colored at all?
No, no,
Not even
not on.
not even in the eyes at all.
Maybe very light dots, considering it's a little weathered from how long
Yeah,
she's had it.
old. Is there anything on the back of it?
No, it's just it's a little claw, like a little like a dragon claw or whatever. And
Get
then
them
those markings,
dragon
it's just
grippers.
on a chain that she
What I
wears
can
around her
tell-
neck.
From what I can tell, you devoutly worship Bahamut, but this talisman here is without a doubt, I believe, talisman of Tiamat. Different chromatic heads, mother of dragons. From where I'm from, the Well Eater.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff I'm not familiar with. I mean, my sister wasn't the greatest person. She didn't do the best of things. But I still loved her nonetheless, and I'm very appreciative of this gift from her.
What did your sister do?
There were a couple of villages that didn't end up in the best of places after she visited.
Huh. At least it was only a few.
That was only the times when after I had visited her. I see her every a couple months.
Okay, I think your sister might have been an acolyte of Tiamat.
Is that
Talis.
a bad thing?
Well, yes. I assume you know the scripture of Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, the whole father of chromatics, good aligned god of the dragons, yes?
Yes, very
Metallic.
well acquainted with that.
But you're not aware of the other half, Tiamat.
Not too well. A lot of the people in my area didn't, or hushed about it.
Mother of Chromatics, the evil aligned goddess who dwells in hell now. The progenitor of all evil aligned chromatic dragons.
Because I knew Bahama had, like, a rival, but I didn't know specifics or any of that sort. Like I said, everybody kept hushed about it.
Well, this is the information they kept hushed about. Seems, I don't know if it's this talisman or something deeper, but she's got her claws around you.
No, well, at least I would hope to let you guys know that I don't mean you guys any harm, and I want to help you as much as I can.
Well, that's much appreciated, Oka. That's much appreciated, and I hope the next time you wake up as an acolyte of Tiamat yourself, you remember that. You're not the most agreeable, but you haven't betrayed us yet.
Well, that's very good to hear, and I'm sorry for anything that I may have done.
So hard to be
Terrifying.
mad at her. Why are you like this, Rainbow?
I'm back, by the way.
You
Hello.
can't be mad at Oka. Oka is
We've-
is immune to being mad at.
Literally,
So
you can't be mad at me. I'm cute.
Aaron,
am
we've learned that
small.
that Rainbow has mastered the art of wide puppy dog eyes.
Uh-huh. Puss in Boots style.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No bloody noses, though. Don't worry.
Cool, cool.
Well, the change for you is quite dramatic. I've seen people able to retain similar powers to my own while running down a different path. But you have a full-on switch that changes. I hope you're able to get a hold of that one day. Could be quite useful, actually.
Yeah, I don't quite remember a lot of the stuff that's happened. I guess usually it's a couple of days every once in a while where I don't remember stuff. Maybe that's when this
Yeah.
switch happens.
Oh, without a doubt.
I wonder if it has anything to do with maybe magic usage.
Maybe.
Because would I have used any other stronger spells or anything when I was, I guess, other me?
Do you cast through this talisman as a focus?
I mean, yes, I use this to channel all my energy and be able to do my work.
I know it's not that simple. I know that you cannot typically not just pick up another talisman and start using it, but oftentimes a focus is a focus, and if it can channel magic, it should work. Just as an experiment, would you be okay attempting to use the Ravenkind symbol that we found, as opposed to this? The next few biggest spells you have to use. If it doesn't work, then of course, if you need to, feel free to use it. But if it does work, can you just attempt? Indulge me a bit.
I mean, I can certainly try.
Okay.
And
You look-
speaking of, does anybody know what this thing does?
And she'll hold up the talus with the other the raven kind, which is also on her necklace with everything else.
This might be more your expertise, Zed.
As you kind of turn, you see that at some point, especially when you said nobody just picks up a talisman and starts using it, she has stood up and decided to, at that moment in particular, just kind of get up and stretch, and she's just gonna turn around and like, what?
Is it this kind of like awkward?
That's not sus at all. You don't need an insight check. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird. 3 probably saw her like get up. It was like, she looked almost. As I'm assuming Threem has not moved away from her. Zed looked guilty after our 10 said nobody just picks up a talisman and starts using it. Yeah, she looked guilty as fuck. But yeah, she's gonna turn around. All the guilt, whoop, that's gone. That's weird. And go, huh? Yes.
I believe figuring this out has been your expertise. Confusedly.
Like, what was that about? She's gonna slowly walk over and look at the symbol of Ravenkind. I don't. It's not Her Highness's, but it has. I don't know if it has a similar feel. Hey, Wombat. Wombat.
Free.
Free.
Hurry.
Yeah. What does the
Free.
symbol of Ravenkind look like?
Wow, it's not like I put that in chat specifically for that purpose.
Oh, did you? Okay. I didn't see that. I don't
Only
get
thing is
alerts.
the
Okay,
button-
never mind.
It's a platinum amulet shaped like the sun. With a large
Okay,
crystal
It's
embedded
funny.
in
It's
its
funny you mention that because I knew you were going there, and I put it there preemptively. And you still
I'm an idiot.
asked me.
It's
It's almost
fine.
like
I'm
Wombat
a moron.
was being a good DM in an attempt to not break the flow of
I'm-
conversation.
I'm just an
Correct.
idiot. I don't really know what this symbol is on the front. But it definitely. What is this called again? She's very distracted right now for some reason.
I believe
Certain-
What part?
Rictavia.
Rectavio.
I'm going to call him Richtofen. I believe he said it was resort to stabbing. I fucking love this. I believe he said it was the symbol of Ravenkind. Seeing as you serve the matron, figured you might know.
But her symbols look much more raven-like.
And she holds up her. Well, she goes to grab her own holy symbol off of her trunk. She left it there.
And these two are very different. We don't have whatever.
And she just does like a circling motion around the sun part.
This is.
That's the sun. And I assumed you wouldn't. Shadowfell does not have a source of light, just a mockery ambience that reminds you that you're still there.
So. It's. I would hope, given the nature of where we are and the circumstances, that this belongs to someone with benevolence, though this would appear to be befitting of someone I would assume, judging by what I've read and been told in my past, would be more befitting of the Mourning Lord, assuming it is not the moaning of death and what you call the beginning of the day, whatever day is for you.
Well, when we found it, it lit up when it touched a vampire and burned its face, so regardless of whatever it is, it's good against them, so we're keeping it.
That would be a fairly well indicator of at least something to be deemed as benevolent.
Well, okay. If you want to keep it, it's yours.
I'll be sure to keep it safe right here with me.
I wonder if it can be attuned to, like my ring. Have you tried?
Now that you think of it, I don't think I have. Considering I don't also know what this ring does. Or is.
And she'll point to the ring also on her necklace.
You have many trinkets. Let me look at that.
Because this would have been the tourmaline ring we found at Cedar Falls.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. You got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I'll be
that's
right
been on
back.
my necklace.
Well,
The Ravenkind's on my necklace.
seeing as I was able to control this thing and not need to immediately have it removed from my hand, if you'd like to attempt to attune to it, you can. And if anything goes bad, Zed can rip it off of you.
I mean, I also have the ability to do the curse removal stuff.
There we go. We have the time. We're in an area where we can't hurt many people except ourselves.
Not a gift.
True.
Give it a try.
I guess I will.
And she will slip the ring off and put it on one of her fingies.
Are you trying to attune?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Another hour pass. I'm just gonna not keep track of time, because it'll be nighttime. Yeah, you're able to attune to the ring, and
I've whispered sweet nothings once again, and people have
You-
listened.
don't actually feel anything different to yourself at the moment, but because you have attuned to said ring, I will give you said ring. So that way you can do it. You're seer now.
Yes.
I should just be able to. No? Okay.
Because yeah, if anything, I can just drag it over to
Aha! I did it.
W2.
There it is.
The same for me. Do I? Because I remember a long time ago you attempted to give me the Hellfire ring, but it never worked, so I still don't actually have it in my inventory.
Never gave it to you because reasons.
Oh.
This would
Equip
reveal
that,
what
there we
it
go.
was.
You're attuned to it now, but I'm still not giving it to you for reasons.
Information! No!
Information! I'm back, by the way.
I mean, technically, I could give it to you now.
Yeah,
Fuck it, I'll give it to you
this
now.
one.
Just
Delete the
know.
description.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You have the Ring of Cold Resistance, Okasi. There you go.
Wow.
The reason why I said you don't feel anything different right now, and you won't until you exit the temperature-controlled sphere you're in,
Yeah, it's
but,
lovely.
A
but
nice little
eventually you
bubble.
will. Eventually you will, because, wow, it gives you cold resistance. Isn't that
Nice.
fancy?
Wow.
Yeah,
You've become
oddly
an
enough.
ice lizard.
Yay! Oddly enough, it is warm-ish in here, which is very strange considering who casts a spell and where that person's from.
Well, it's comfortable for all those in here, meaning the spell magically probably temperature controls itself to be comfortable for everyone, which is like hard to do considering the drastic changes between our general.
Well,
She's-
you now have the Ring of Cold Resistance on both your characters. There you go. Okay, let's
Okay.
do this for Sanal. Let's see. I gotta see what you see is the one thing. So let's see.
To my wizard eyes.
Damn, I don't think Chirp wants to be here right now.
I think you won't see any of that. I just added it to you. Hopefully you can only see the bold text.
My ring of hellfire.
What can you see?
I can see bold text, and I can see text underneath it that is like
Ooh.
kind of highlighted, but I haven't read it yet. I just am aware of its existence. I'm not going to read it because of it, in case it's not supposed to be there. I'll just read the bold text.
I'm gonna try and we're gonna get rid of that real quick. There you go. Okay, you're good now. I removed the bad part.
Oh, I didn't read the bad part, so I'll never know.
But you can see the magical ball of fire.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So
Unless
Oh,
I go
there you
back to my VOD. No, I'm joking.
uh-huh. You obviously saw the first word on it, but
I'm
your
gonna tell you now.
character doesn't know things.
I'm gonna tell you now. I legitimately did not read it.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have it, and it's attuned. Congratulations.
Yay!
Would you like to try and attune to the holy symbol of Ravencock?
Sure.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
And
Oh,
holy symbol of Ravenkind. That one's a lot more interesting, and you are like, oh my god, when you like actually like take time to like just attune with it, like you
study it. Yeah.
Flooding with information.
Well, yeah, because you were like you literally had it burst into what seemed like sunlight at the mere like presence of a vampire. So you're like, okay, it's got to do something. Now you're like, oh, maybe it can do this, and you're like trying to. Yeah.
Does Oka do the
'Cause-
thing where, like, when you place a flower on a cat's head and its eyes just go fucking?
Oh,
The years go back and
yeah.
it's just like
Prophecy. Yeah, that
Is
Information acquired. Analyzing.
The prophecy.
analyzing.
True.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty fucking pog.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Is anybody else attuning to things?
Nah, I ain't got attunement.
I don't
Aaron,
think
do you
Anything.
still have the Aaron, do you still have the book from Death House?
Which one?
With the spells?
Spell book.
No, never got added.
Well, you
Alien-
should have
alien-
down what the spells
Wait.
were in it.
I don't think I.
The spell scrolls.
I think we
need
talked about it, and it was like it
scrolls.
didn't. We talked about it at some point, and I think we came to the conclusion that it didn't work with my build. Like I
So
couldn't.
a lot of them didn't, but I think we were just giving it to you anyway, just to like you have it because spellbook. Because I couldn't do I couldn't do magic at the time.
See, what you need is you need an invocation called the Book of Ancient Secrets, so you can take ritual spells from
Oh,
other
hey,
stuff.
that's what Oka W has.
Yeah, so you can take ritual spells from other spell things. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's a ritual spell, you can put it in your book and you can cast them as a
yells at me.
Oka W yells at everybody.
But yeah, Oka W, Woka hasn't yelled at Zed yet. That's gonna be great when that happens.
I mean, that's the form you met her in. When she was defiling a a vampire body for loot.
Yeah, but Woka hasn't yelled at Zed yet. Okay, it's just screaming. Listen, Zed was very confused by everybody in that situation. She's like, "What the?
Yep.
Whose side are you on? Who the fuck are you?"
What is going on here?
At least the rim is nice.
The room
Seems
is so
like-
nice.
Thareem is no thoughts, head empty.
Literally, you can see through
Literally,
his head.
yeah. it's head empty, torso gone. You know, he just yeah, he's got a.
I
he
shoot
give
the
you a
Eldritch
hand,
Blast for you.
and he summoned friend. That's about it.
Summon friend. Make it
That
dork.
gives Zed anxiety
When frond.
because it looks like a sorrow sword. Why is my
Ooh.
throat so dry?
That'll be
Inky.
nice.
Oh, no.
You ever just go look through your features and you're just like, oh, forgot I could do that.
Yep, yep. I have to remind my players all the time. I'm like, you have a
Hey,
thing
so yeah,
for this.
this Ravenkind thing is very nice for a cleric to have.
For Coca.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot I had the Among the Dead ability.
What does that do?
I'll put it in chat.
Among the Dead, starting at first level.
That's how I got Spare the Dying, I think, but
Yeah, it's yeah.
I didn't know about the second part of it.
You also have advantage on saving throws against any disease.
I
Okay,
think
the
you
third part
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, the big
Undead have difficulty
You also
harming you. Undead targets you directly with an attack or harmful spell. Creature must make a wisdom saving throw. DC.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you basically have undead specific sanctuary on yourself.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh, if they
Fucking
make a wisdom
Strahd.
DC.
Fucking Strahd has a hard time attacking you. What the fuck?
That's
just
good
not
because
that
he could
pity,
probably
he's just like-
one-shot me.
Yeah.
Dude is just like, what do I even hit? Where is he? What the fuck?
Pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyway,
That would have been great to remember when we were surrounded by, I don't know.
I think that's one
Eat
of the
all of those
reasons why
undead.
Aaron lived.
I didn't use it though. I didn't know I had it.
Forgot about it.
The dice were like, no, listen, we got you.
It's fine.
Got you.
Mhm.
He had his summon. He stood on stairs. He stood in back, and summon did everything.
It's perfect.
Well. So, okay. What do you think? How's it feel? The talisman.
I'm sensing a lot of properties that are very useful for maybe a lot of the stuff in this area that could do us a lot of harm. Like we had like
All in.
a lot of all these skeletons or all these undead. I feel like I can do some pretty good work with these.
Well, maybe it was a good idea we give you that. You can channel your magic through it.
We'll have to see how it turns out.
Wonder if it will change you in any way. Or maybe if you do change, regardless of what you channel through, wonder if it'll change your warlock state. Mentality different, maybe gets different. Who knows?
It may be just something we'll have to wait and see.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, this is whenever this change happens.
Speaking of abilities you forget you have, I
Mhm.
forget I have. There's a noble ability for literally for being a noble called Position of Privilege.
Yeah. It's,
Which
it's
is,
the entitlement one.
Thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you. You are welcome in high society, and people assume you have the right to be wherever you are. The common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure, and other people of high birth treat you as a member of the same social sphere. You can secure an audience with a local noble if you need to.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I've
just
got
put that in the
something
chat.
similar.
Wombat can read that because fuck, I haven't felt accommodated at all.
You've been talking your way through shit. You haven't had to.
'Cause, yeah, I've got
I've
This
used
one.
mine a lot.
it's kind of similar.
Oka's
Except
got the
commoners.
Oka's got uwu, please help me. I'm adorable. That's
Yep.
what that is.
Oh yeah, I have advantage on death saving throws. That's cool.
Yeah, because you're
Wow.
not exactly alive.
Because I have
Welcome
deathless
to the
nature.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, deathless nature.
Wait, no, I'm the
Fuck.
Twilight Zone.
Oh, that's so cool.
Damn.
Man, if only I had more uses of my channel divinity.
Dude, right? We have to wait until we're like Lorelai. It's like, here, have 2! And I'm like,
Level
ugh.
6.
I know one more level. And then I can fly. for a minute. Darkness.
I'm still a lower level warlock, so I haven't gotten the next fiend pact ability, but there's one that I never get to use because I never get the fucking finishing blow on anything, which is Dark One's Blessing. When I kill something, I gain temp HP.
Oh yeah, you used that a little bit at the start, I remember.
Yeah.
Haven't used it since.
I absorb their essence.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yummy Aston. I mean, what?
Yeah, well, what was that? What was that, Aaron? What was
None.
that? None? Okay.
I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say that.
DM's gone to the little DM's room chat, so now we wait.
Free roleplay time.
Free roleplay time.
Free roleplay time.
Free roll time.
Cat.
No, that's not what we
Hey,
did.
Aaron.
I got 2 6s in a row for my random d20s.
One more and Arson will get summoned directly into your house.
Yep. Boy.
Do it.
One...
Roll.
All right, somebody blow on this dice. We're going. Woo!
Oh my
Oh,
god!
close.
It
What
was 6 foot upside down!
Nice.
69!
Nice.
That's perfect.
Oh.
That's exactly what Aaron needed.
Yeah.
I'm putting
So
it in the
Aaron,
chat.
a friend of mine who works at Starbucks, I was like, "What do you get? What have you been enjoying?" And they found a combination of liquids that taste like a giant Capri Sun, which
Okay.
is their strawberry refresher with apple
Mhm.
juice and a bit of the pineapple refresher.
I mean, sure. Pineapple refresher's kind of gross in my opinion, but apple juice is good.
I like it. I like the pine. I usually get either the pineapple with lemonade or the paradise drink. I like both of them. They're good.
I think I dislike it because the juice itself stains every pitcher it gets put in.
That's fair. It's a
That's,
concentrate, right?
that's a powerful
im-
juice.
It is impossible to clean. It sucks.
Put it in a black one.
No, like they're clear pitchers with like little spigots on them.
That's
Mhm. Yeah,
But, like-
I see this.
just
I've
use
seen
black
them
ones
whenever
with
they
liquid.
whenever they make the drink. It's this like dark yellow
Yep.
concentrate, right?
Juice.
That's
and
why-
concentrate.
That's why I get it with lemonade because I don't trust it as just the refresher alone.
Mm.
With lemonade, it's good, and also with the strawberry and some apple juice, it tastes like a Capri Sun.
Mhm. I mean, that's good because apple juice barely ever gets used. It's only used in one actual drink.
Oh, really?
And the caramel apple spice, which is a steamed apple juice with cinnamon syrup and whipped cream and caramel drizzle.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Ooh.
It's really good if you don't want coffee and you don't want hot chocolate.
That sounds like a spiced apple cider. I make that every winter.
Basically tastes like it, yeah.
This has been drink time with Aaron chat while we wait for our DM.
Don't
Yep.
get TikTok drinks, it's annoying.
Yeah. Take it from the barista himself. He'll
The only acceptable TikTok drink that is very easy to make is an ice white mocha with vanilla sweet cream cold foam and caramel drizzle. Everybody gets that one.
Why are we waiting on me?
I don't know.
Oh,
Ow.
you're back. We thought you were still in the bathroom.
I mean, I got back, but I'm here now.
We got back. All right. Back to the game.
Bro, why did it not pick that up?
What?
I unmuted my mic and I had fucking it didn't fucking
No.
didn't pick. I just thought everybody ignored me. All right, what am I doing? Why do you need me? Rustic hospitality? Is that why?
Now we're just showing
No.
off our background features. That's because we're like,
Okay.
hey, you ever look at your sheet and you're like, oh yeah, I have this feature.
You ever what is going on inside his head?
I don't know if I have a background.
I
or
need to
not.
be more accommodated,
should.
Morbat. I have position of
About what?
privilege.
Uh-huh.
Thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you. You are welcome in high society. People assume you have the right to be wherever you are. The common folk made every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure. I need this 24/7.
I just
Oh,
have
there you
no
go.
help.
I'm like, wait, hold on.
Once
can hear the
again,
silence.
repeat what you were trying to say to me. I couldn't quite hear you.
my ability.
Oh,
Position.
I'll kick you from the server for the joke.
No, it's not a joke. My ability, position of privilege. Thanks to
Yeah.
your noble birth.
Yeah, the
people are-
NPCs can be sure. I'm not.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
so my phone just died, which is where I have my chat pulled up, even though I don't really have any chat at the moment. I'll be right back and get my phone charger.
Okay.
Keep up. My headphones. Keep on playing.
Did we have any more RP we wanted to do? Or are we good?
Zed is gonna suggest that even though Thareem does not need to sleep, that please hold your calls important to us.
Yay.
Nimble and Zed should alternate trancing hours so that at least 2 people are keeping watch just in case.
Keep me company.
Also talk to Threem. Threem no lonely.
Otherwise, he'll just zone out.
He's just gonna go wander off because you can leave the dome and be like, guys, where did it go? Guys.
Isn't it a big opaque circle? Like
It looks like a perfectly spherical rock in the ground.
I'm
Oh,
sure I'll find
That's
it.
what it looks like from the outside.
I have good vision in complete darkness. We're
Yeah,
good.
but yeah. So, Zed is gonna suggest that Nimble rests up first because Zed is Zed.
All right.
Zed's gonna finally eat the soup. That's probably like lukewarm at this point, but she's gonna finally eat the soup.
Good soup.
Good soup.
A nice gourmet bean and forest foraging.
Bean and greens.
Bean and green.
Bean and greens.
It cracks me up so much.
That's gonna be the Nimble and Oka team name, Team Bean and Greens.
Beans and greens. My
Beans and
goodness.
greens. Beans and greens. And while that is Nimble gonna go trance?
Yeah, Nibble's gonna go sit near where Zed was sitting, but kind of like facing the water.
Okay. Face the water, do a trance.
Yeah.
Zed is gonna grab. Zed's gonna try and grab some charcoal from the fire. Realize, oh yeah, fire hot. And then get a stick, scoot some charcoal away from the fire, get it to cool off, and then she's gonna start another couple of charcoal drawings. In like a little bit of a daze, but she's conscious.
Lake of Death.
Lake of
It's-
Death.
I mean, it sounds a lot worse than it is. It's literally just like nature noises and birds.
Or no, we're at the campfire. I changed.
Yeah, we're
it.
at the
We're
campfire, yeah.
sound.
Campfire.
The campfire sound.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't have known, but because I had it muted when it was like the bustling people noises.
It is no longer bustling people noises.
It's nice,
It is,
relaxing.
yeah.
There's no longer
Can play both
random
at once.
barking.
Since my character is trancing, I'm gonna go use the restroom real fast.
All right, cool.
Enjoy your trance.
Woo! I prefer Paul Oakenfold. So where I put this? Did I do one for the? There it is. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Is Thareem gonna be a Snoopy Snoop about what Zed's doing or no?
I mean, he'll be there, so he'll probably see. It's not like he's gonna wander far. He'll just be chilling.
Listen, he is free to go in and out of the dome.
No need to though.
He don't need. I mean, it's warm in the
It's
dome.
pretty nice.
So Thareem, you see, Zed does charcoal drawings mostly with her hands. So occasionally you just see her, take some of the rather foul-smelling water that is rather thick and viscous, and just wipe her hands off of the charcoal, and she is drawing something that looks very similar to your shadowy friend with 2 heads that are bickering, that have hook hands, and There seems to be two of them in a field of darkness. And if you were treating it like a first person perspective, it looks like the one in the main centerpiece is charging. Oh, yeah, that's what you see.
Okay, so wait, like you were just sitting there and I was just like there and you were doing that in me time?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, yeah, Zed's just doing a charcoal drawing on a piece of paper that she has taken out of one of her books. As opposed to the ink that she writes with, she's using charcoal to do a very, very well done, realistic, yet very horrifying picture that again has what looks like one of your two-headed, hook-handed friends charging, and then there's another smaller one in the background that you can surmise is smaller because distance.
If you drew that from memory, I'm assuming you've encountered these creatures many times.
These are the sorrows I speak of. They're rather relentless, and they feed on negative emotions, so they are rather inescapable. And this one in particular is why your friend makes me very nervous.
I can understand the apprehension. It
These
is
ones,
odd that I seem to be able to summon them so clearly, considering I have no idea what they were previously.
I'm wondering if it's not quite the same thing, given that these act so vastly different compared to your companion, your summon.
Mm.
Yours appears to be very amicable, and these ones are not at all amicable in any way. These are what the common folk, at least in translation, call the angry. They thrive off of combat and strife and general rage and assault. And the best way to deal with them is to just ignore them. Don't do anything.
I see. Well,
And,
most likely we won't run into any other than the one I control, hopefully.
well, given that I assume that Arden is correct, we likely would have had a few run into them, or run into us by now. This place just seems to be at least devoid of them, or they are so sparse that we haven't run into them. At least these ones.
Mm.
But there are others. There are some that are small and insignificant and have a mouth that is nothing but teeth, and they latch onto you and have no sense of self-preservation. Much like intrusive thoughts, where one is annoying, easily dealt with, but too many can become overwhelming, and, well, you succumb to it eventually. Unless you are incredibly persistent and just simply refuse to succumb to it. We call those ones the wretched. At least they're very, very kickable.
I can imagine.
They're only about the, well, adventures that I've seen have at least told me they're about the size of a chicken, though I'm not sure what a chicken is.
Nor do I.
Well, hopefully we can find out what a chicken is at some point.
Sounds horrifying.
Well, even some horrifying things aren't as bad.
And she looks over to see if anybody else is paying attention, which hopefully somebody isn't.
I'm asleep.
Um, she's gonna take out like one of her rations, and Thareem, you see that there is the driest looking, leatherest looking ass dried mushroom cap, and this jerky that looks like it's been smoked to be completely solid, but then Zed bites into it and it starts bleeding. But she just eats it like it's normal food.
The Reem acknowledges this, but does not say anything because, meh, who cares?
There's like, this does not bother me.
He doesn't have enough memory, so it would bother him. He doesn't know any better.
Food is food.
It's food.
Oh
He
no.
doesn't even eat. He doesn't have a stomach.
Not yet. He could grow that back. We don't know.
Grow it back.
We don't know how Thareem works.
I need to leave a ration out for Zed. Just
No, you
bucket,
don't.
like,
No, you
as
don't.
I-
Her food's fine.
For Zed have.
Hey, you're
Fucking-
sleeping. You don't know this has happened. You're sleeping. You're sleeping, bitch. The broody ones who have died at least once are talking.
This
Team
this
Death-
tu- this
Team
th-
Death
this
Squad.
Team Dead and Deader.
Dead and
Can I
dead.
join this squad?
No, you haven't died yet.
Oh,
You're
she
not
has
going
though.
to.
I have.
I am qualified to join. I've died once.
Everybody, we've had 4 people who've died.
This
2 of which
doesn't-
have died before the campaign, though.
The in-game doesn't count. Doesn't count. Backstory only.
Okay.
Backstory only.
Wow, we're very like exclusive here.
Yeah, very exclusive.
Doesn't matter how much you cook this meat and the fowl, it always bleeds. Now that might be off-putting to some. Side-eye sleeping Arden. But for us, it tastes just fine. If anything, it tastes a bit sour. The blood is where all the nutrients are, if I'm going to be honest.
And it might be better than regular food.
I don't think Arden is going to believe me if I tried to tell him that.
Somebody liked the honey.
You're asleep. Shut up.
He's just like whispering things as he like rolls over.
I sneezed.
You sneeze. Insight check, is Arden actually asleep? Anyway, you see Zed write something down quickly on somewhere on the page, and then just fold it up.
And I suppose it's about that time when Nimel and I trade off. So,
Well, don't
And
let me
you see
keep
her.
you.
You see her just go over to Arden's things, and she just tucks the page in his things. And Zed is going to put the stuff away in the trunk, and she just kind of stops, and she grabs onto that raven plush again, and she just kind of tucks it under her shawl, and is going to sit on her trunk, and she's just going to stare at the fire, and she's going to trance as Nimble wakes up.
Okay.
And about half an hour into Zed's trancing, the people that are awake are going to notice that slowly growing in volume, Zed's going to start humming a rather melancholic song on loop. And subconsciously, she has grabbed onto the plush, and she just seems to be like petting it.
That's all right.
Thring just looks at Nimble as like, that's something you all do.
just be an emotion. It could be grief. It could be remembrance. As long as it's a happy memory, I'm not going to take it away from her. Looks up at him. You're alright. Just awake at all times. And active, I mean by awake, of course. Just... Theorem?
Oh, sorry, you were talking to me. My bad. What was
You're
you
the only
saying?
other one awake.
I'm sorry.
Aaron, you're getting your roleplay practice in tonight, bitch.
I wasn't. Yeah. Sorry. Once do this. Can you repeat?
From
repeat,
where?
please? I don't know.
Okay.
Just
From
go
the
off.
top. Take 2.
From the top.
And
Alright.
action.
It could be an emotion. It could just be grief. It could be melancholy remembrance. As long as it's not hurting her and it's not a bad memory, I'm just gonna let her be.
Hmm.
Does it ever get to you that you're active all times of day and night?
If anything, it's a comfort.
Why is that?
I don't need to worry about being unprepared.
I guess so. How's Arsenal asleep?
How is he asleep?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Zed, question.
Oh shit, I'm getting rated.
What?
Uh,
Hi, Raiders.
Because we can go in and out
Thank
of
you
the
so
of the
much.
dome as we please.
Hi.
But are we also able to just like back
I'm
up
muted.
against it and not just fall out?
But thank you so much.
I mean, if you
Like,
Thank you for the
does
rating.
does it act as a
We're in the
solid
middle
wall
of
if I
waking
want it to
up.
be
Let
a
me
solid
give you a
wall?
shout out real fast.
Um,
Oh, thank you. Somebody shouted you. I think that was
I
Satsu.
guess. I
Or
suppose.
Wombat. I don't know
I
which
don't see
one.
Why not?
They're both in my chat right
And
now,
yeah,
I'm
he's
pretty
backed
sure.
up against the
Or
like
Aaron. Oh
just
god,
the-
there's so
the-
many.
the quote unquote wall of the dome,
Oh, come on in. I
uh,
hope your stream was good. You were... I didn't remember what you were playing.
kind
What were you
of like
playing?
one knee up, just
Hello.
asleep, hands
Oh
folded.
god, there's Sullivan. Yeah, join us in following Velvet.
He's sleeping sitting up because
Hmm. Is there any...
it's what.
Is there any
With 2
grass
bedrolls,
around?
by the way.
Shut up.
Wombat?
Yeah, Aries.
Say again?
Is there any grass around?
Weekday was
I
yesterday.
mean, yeah.
Alright. Nibbles could...
Grass blades, not like
No, I
you
know there's
know-
not gonna be, like, full
yeah,
things.
yeah.
She's just gonna take some of the grass and, like, balance it on top of the bedroll that's on top of him. And just looks over at Theorem like, wanna help?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Eowyn.
I'm so sorry. Somebody came in and I had to talk to them.
Rude.
You
had
wanna
to
help?
talk to people? I'm sorry, man. You want to talk about it?
Mhm.
Damn,
Okay.
gamer.
You want to talk about the talking? Like, worst
No.
gamer experience ever.
I'm
on the
not
podcast.
gaming very well. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Damn.
What happened?
Nibbles
Guys, this is not
putting-
going to be a therapy session for gamers.
Nibbles putting grass on top of Arden's like head, and
Oh.
looking over at Theorem like, "You want to join?"
Seems a bit immature.
She's gonna just shrug and continue
That's
doing
not a no.
He's just
More
gonna
like
chill.
it. Once she's satisfied with the amount of grass on his head, which is like a nice little mound, she's gonna sit back down.
At least you two seem close enough to not take it too seriously.
Well, it's easier to make friends than fuck up and, like, get him as an enemy later. Some light teasing. Dress him like a dead man. Child stuff.
Hmm.
You seem very... Very... What's the word for it? Distinguished. As they would say.
Me? Talking to me?
Yes. You're the
Yes,
only
you're
one
the-
awake!
You're the only one.
You're the only one I
being
can't be
spoken
talking
Aaron.
to!
I'm sorry. This is a difficult concept for me, apparently.
You are the
Aaron,
only.
it's
This is a
just
one-on-one conversation. I will only be talking
Aaron,
to you.
Aaron, I am grabbing you physically with both sets of my
understand.
arms, and I'm gonna sit you down and massage your shoulders and be like, "You got this, buddy. You
This
got
is
this."
the third time.
Okay, well, the other two times I got busy, but this time I was just not understanding. We're good.
Okay.
How do you mean?
You talk very proper.
Many of us
Hmm.
do.
Well, outside of you and asshole over there, not as proper. You get what I'm saying.
I suppose.
Hmm.
Don't really think about it too much.
Have you felt the water yet? Can you feel?
Yes, I can still feel sensations.
The water's
I have
nice
no
and cold.
desire.
It feels nice. I would say maybe we could catch some fish, but that would be when the others wake up. But we don't have a fishing rod, and I don't really want to swim in something I can't see in.
You don't think there'd be materials around to create one?
Maybe, but our only clue is those boats. We can wait until a fisherman come over here. I did steal that fisherman's hat, but I don't have that anymore. Just stole some of the. I'm pretty sure I did. I did steal some, and she's going through her hair, and she picks out one fishing hook that she's took from the hat all that time back. We just need to find something to put it on.
Bro, all you need is 3 sticks and 2 string. Don't you know how to craft?
But it's worth a shot for later.
You're resourceful. I'm sure you can figure it out.
She's gonna open up her backpack, and there's just the minute she opens it up, there's just the skull on the very top of it staring back at
Just
them,
like,
and then
oh,
she
yeah.
just picks it out and puts it on the ground and starts just rummaging through her bag. It's just
Is there a reason you kept that?
I don't really know. Pretty sure we could get some sort of intimidation or maybe some persuasion from any of the Sani. Be like, we killed one of yours, we can kill again, or we found your grave, there's more. I
Just
don't
seems
know.
a bit hefty to be carrying around.
It's a skull. Doesn't weigh that much.
Unwieldy, then.
She's gonna pick the skull back up and take off the veil and like basically like painters like hold it up to Therium's face. Do you think I could put it in you?
Excuse me?
The skull. Into your body. You're all like ooze.
I do not think it's compatible.
Can we try?
I'd rather not.
You're no fun. She's gonna put it back down and continue rummaging through her backpack and pull out like the shovel. The bagpipes she has.
What are these antics? You're just like going in the tickle trunk.
No, she has a shovel and she has a bagpipes. I forgot she had bagpipes.
Why bagpipes?
I don't know. Choose an instrument. That's the instrument I chose. So she's just gonna lay that out as she's grabbing out like the silk rope and stuff.
I will say it seems that a storm is beginning to move in as well, as you guys are just hanging out in your bubble.
That doesn't look good.
Bubble.
We'll be alright within this spell that Zed has constructed.
Yes, but when we have to leave,
Until it
How many-
only lasts for 8 hours.
how many hours is remaining?
It's gonna end when the long rest ends.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you guys have been basically, if you've been talking this long, I mean, it's already probably been 2 hours into your rest.
All right.
So
Noah's gonna pack up everything and tie up the
Oh, yeah,
beans. And...
Yeah, they started talking after the essentially 4 hours had passed. So
Mhm.
oh yeah, so you guys are almost done with your.
So
yeah, we're almost
just-
done with the rest.
she's gonna gesture to Ethereum and she's gonna help me break camp. Help me break camp.
No, you don't need to break camp right now, Jesus.
I know. She's gonna start like getting like moving things around and trying to like cover their footprints off of the dirt.
Okay.
Just not like breaking everything down, just trying to hide how long they've been there.
Okay. And then I'll update it to the storm has been rolling in. It is now starting to rain, not heavily, but rain, and you hear some rumbles of thunder.
At the rumbling of thunder, Zed for like nearly 4 hours straight has just been humming that one thing on loop, and then that stops, and she's just kind of snaps awake. At,
Oh,
like,
my
the end of
music
it.
box.
Nibble's gonna look over at Zed and go like, "There's a storm coming in."
Oh, that's what that was.
It's
Okay,
gonna be raining. It's gonna be wet.
The magic's about to run out soon.
So, like, at the end of the
Look at
long
the
rest,
others.
it's time to wake up. Zed's gonna go towards Arden and stop at the pile of grass.
You still have about 2 more hours of your long rest, is what
No,
I'll say. So you don't need to be doing
we've
all this right now.
we sped up time.
Okay, so like
we said that we were like
so yeah,
skipping
in
some.
like 20 minutes before the spell ends, Zed's gonna wake people up so that
Mhm.
they get the full long rest and can so
Yeah.
do we hit the long rest button now?
Okay, so then while you guys were doing your talking and everything in the middle, then let me bring this in. So this is when the storm is actually picking up then. So
Okay.
as the storm is picking up, you guys are talking and stuff like that. I know you sped up time. I didn't hear that, so
Sorry.
yeah, it's fine. The first crack of like actual like thunder and like just huge rumbles directly above you. You guys can see like the light like kind of reverberating off the lake surface from where you sit, and this seems unnatural.
Can I vibe check the weather? Would you
So
like
are we hitting the long rest?
Yeah,
you
we
can
had
hit
no-
long rest right now. It's fine.
Okay.
Rest.
Long rest,
then-
yeah.
Oh
got my
shit! I
spells.
did it. Fucking.
You bastards!
That means I can also roll this. Okay.
Man, I can't wait to see if we got Coca or Woka.
You get
What?
stabbed as you wake up.
Oh
Oh,
god.
damn! I got thrown into
Yes.
that. Me for real in the game. Damn.
In your shin.
Ugh, got me
Alright,
in my own shin. What do I roll to vibe check the weather?
Vibes.
Nature.
Cool. Flat roll. Awesome.
Mm, you specifically can't really tell. I'm gonna say this is more Thereem notices that this is not really a natural storm. It doesn't feel natural.
Ooh.
This may be more than a storm.
And as you are passing through that sentence, lightning hits directly to the right of your camp into the trees, maybe like 3 trees back, cracks down into a tree, ignites, and in a flash of light, as you turn to look towards it, you see the silhouette of a tabaxi features, and the light is gone again.
Nimble's getting her fucking swords already if she sees
You
this
didn't
too.
see shit.
Okay.
Did we see the lightning go crack?
You saw the lightning go crack.
Okay, but we did not see the
Threem's just kind of
lightning
standing
path.
there, staring at the spot, and he's just gonna kind of whisper, "That's impossible."
Thereem, talk to us. What was that?
Am I the only one who witnessed that?
I would assume so, since I don't think I'm the only one that's confused.
Then this is another... It can't be possible. I saw someone, but... It couldn't have possibly been.
Did you remember something?
I did.
While you collect your thoughts, I'm going. Nimble, can you get Oka? I
Just nudges Arden in the foot.
I'm gonna say it's about, because you guys got there around 8. I'm gonna say it's about 4 a.m. Does that sound good?
Yeah, this early.
Nimble's
It's
gonna,
ass o'clock.
Nimble's gonna
What was the
shake
question?
Oka a little bit gently.
Thereem hasn't moved since that happened, and his, like, shadowy wisps are kind of, like, extending a bit, and he's getting a little smoky.
Oh,
Why
he's
was I
getting-
nudged? Why was I nudged in the foot?
Because you to wake the fuck up unless you were already awake.
I'm pretty sure the lightning crack feet away from our home woke me up.
I don't know, man.
15 feet, 20 feet. You know, it's not
Mm.
close, but yeah,
Mm.
it's a couple trees away. Out of
All
the
right, then
clearing.
Zed's getting her. Actually, no. Zed's getting her bedroll back.
20 feet away is still enough to have the ambient electricity put your hair on end and to physically feel it and to shake the ground around you. So yeah, I'm awake.
And good morning to you too.
Bloody hell. God. Is he okay? What happened?
Thereem, are you still with us? Thereem,
You might want to
I
there he is.
need to process this.
if you. If you do, please remember to breathe. If you need it.
It starts becoming a little bit harder to see him as he starts kind of fading into the shadows that are falling upon us with the spell ending.
You might want to calm him, said.
Zed's gonna. Zed's gonna insight check. A shadow
Oh,
man.
and there he goes. Nope, can't see him anymore.
Oh.
Oh, he just used his one with shadows ability. When an area
Fade
of dim
away.
light darkness, you can use your action to become invisible. So he just kind of.
Thareem. Gonna. I don't think he's moving. But Thareem, do remember what I said. Please don't stray too far.
All of a sudden, he kind of just fades back in and just immediately shadow morphs back into his like disguised kind of appearance. Apologies, we must go.
That's gonna pack up her stuff and get her armor on and all set up before the dome goes away.
Yeah, the tree is actively on fire, by the way, just in case you guys are not
Ah,
caring.
Well, fuck.
it's bright now. Dome goes away and it's like, ah, fuck, it's bright outside. Fire. Bright light.
No, well, yeah, that fire, but it's not like, uh, you know,
I
it's
just
like
break
it
the Zed.
struck into the middle of the tree, and the middle of the tree is on the fire on the inside. Like, but you can
It's
see it through some
the
like
fire
cracks.
inside the tree.
Yeah, that one.
It's still kind of bright to Zed.
Okay.
How far down did the crack split the tree? Like, is it still like far up?
25% is left, like from the
So-
roots. 25%, so 75% of it was cracked.
Is there anything
Damn.
just just in case, because this might be supernatural storm? Is there anything in the crack of the tree? It's like, is there a mark,
Are you
symbol,
going to
item?
inspect the tree?
Yes,
He is resistant to fire.
I'm a tiefling.
Are you going as well, Thareem? No. No.
Yeah, when?
Hmm?
Are you gonna look at the tree that's on fire? Or are you just gonna skedaddle?
Thareem is wanting to go.
Then Thareem shall go.
Then Arden, you can definitely go and inspect the tree. So you pass a couple trees to get to it, and there is now like where some brush was, kind of just like the impact, the raw power, kind of like shocked it away. There's like a small little, maybe 2 foot ring around the tree that is barren now, and you see what look like animal prints at the base of the tree. One set facing towards the camp, not leading anywhere, not coming from anywhere. And you also see in the tree LAT burned with what looks like the same electric.
Thareem kind of just stops as he's like starting to walk away, and he's just gonna be like, "What did you see?"
Lat, L-A-T.
Of course, but it's impossible.
I'm walking with the group now. I feel like I've got all that I need from that tree, and I get the feeling Tharim doesn't want to be here any longer than we have to be. So yeah, so we're walking away. But as we are, what did you remember?
I
Rather, who?
I remembered her. But she can't possibly be here because I watched her die.
This place.
And he
At
turns and he
first-
just keeps walking.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of thinking to himself now. This place. Trinkets. I thought trinkets, but now that. This is getting dangerous.
Is he thinking that out loud, or is he thinking that to himself in his
Out
inside
loud.
thoughts?
Out loud.
All right, cool. Zed, who's just making sure that nothing is around, is going to again not like what do you mean again? It's not the right word. Me, for once, is not at the head of the line, but in the back of the line, and she's just gonna go up to Arden and I told you this place was a personal hell.
This. I don't understand this realm. I know it's a realm within a realm. It's a dread domain. It's meant to be horrid, but it's just trinkets. It's meant to mess with your mind, but this is getting dangerous.
It is a very dangerous place. I'm surprised there was anything in here. To be honest, I thought it was just a place that it's just agony and a void, perhaps. But it's much, much worse than what they tell you.
Here
I'm going to break that blood-sucking vampire. Then I'm going to break this place.
And are you certain that you're going to do that before it breaks you?
It can very well try, but it's hard to really. Never mind. It's okay. I'll be fine.
Will you?
Yes. I think I will.
Are you sure?
For now. For now. I know I'm in control. I know I haven't broken yet. And I know I'm getting stronger. And all of you are getting stronger. So we're one step closer to getting out of here.
And what would you do when you go back?
Home. Go to my petting zoo. Continue my work. Hold my research.
Yes, your petting zoo of, if I listened correctly, creatures that are misunderstood that you take care of despite their reputation of being terrible and horrifying and otherwise incredibly deadly.
Not all of them. It's quite the, well, a menagerie.
But most of them.
Most of them end up that way because those are the ones that people are after. The creatures under my care are quite rare. Dangerous in their own right most of the time, but that's because that's what people want. They're rescues. Poachers go after them, and if I'm on time, I can save them. Oftentimes, people want the rarest of the rare, so colorations are different. Albinoism or features clipped or changed to make them easier to handle. They can't be released back to where they were from. They'll just end up getting hurt. So they live with me.
You know, I think I was wrong about what I said the other night.
Really?
I think you know what empathy is. I think you just have a difficult time showing it. Even if you say you aren't a good man.
I'm
I don't-
definitely not a good man. Not to people, at least.
But you're just a man. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Think of a few things. But change that eventually. Maybe. Who knows?
I think you need to give yourself some more credit, and I think I'm starting to understand why you are like you. But it's not entirely catastrophic if you do break a little. Just don't break a lot.
I will do my best.
I don't think I need another me wandering around.
I'm just gonna go catch up with Sareem. Leave the mans with that thought.
And it be 11. So
It's 11!
Ah.
Yay.
No!
No!
yes.
Another session of RP. Let's go.
Yeah!
I need more.
Candy forever.
I like the RP. It's good.
I
You
love
guys are
RP.
fleshing out your characters and shit.
Because you're
Yeah.
learning.
We're
Yeah.
learning. We're
Nerd.
making Aaron have roleplay time. So
Oh,
we can
God.
get
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah. And I gave Aaron his trauma. Let's go.
Yay.
Woo! Arden's next.
Arden's next.
Yeah.
Woo!
Last
Wow.
one on the list.
Join the club.
Doing trauma club, trauma club. So I just casually, it's like, yeah, I have trauma. Also, I have this trauma, and I have this trauma. How are you guys doing today?
I miss my pets.
You're about to miss them a whole lot more.
Oh,
Open
no.
door number 1.
This session for Threem can be summed up as I forgore and then I remember.
I remember.
I mean, it's kind of hard to
Both
not
in and out of
remember.
character.
Kind of hard to not remember when it blows up a tree next to you.
Blows up a tree.
Oh, fuck.
Makes you remember somebody that died in front of you. That's
Zed
cool.
being like, well, that's not my expected cure from amnesia, but okay. Also, it has come to my attention. Ares did not pick a background for her character.
What do you mean background?
Does not
Oh,
have
like-
a background.
Wait
Has
a
no
minute,
background
yeah.
feature.
Aries.
Which means Ares is missing out on skill proficiencies.
Listen,
Oh.
I thought I did have one, but like. they
Hey,
have-
remember we had to redo this thing, so yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
it just didn't come along with you. You
Alright.
forgot to click it.
Well, once you
Maybe.
figure it out, let me know. We'll fix it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
RP heavy stream. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. RP good. Wombat
good.
tired. Ugh.
Wombat tired. RP session make easy job Wombat.
The most
Easy job,
tangential adventure of going to a
Mhm.
place and then being like, nah, and then leaving.
Go
It's
into
like,
a
okay.
place, see a skeleton, be like, nah, we
That's
can't
like that
be
shit.
beach episode in.